Stress, improve circulation whilst promoting deep relaxation and well-being. Discover a touch of Bali at the Moon Balinese Massage and Spa. Book online or go to 184 Barker Street, Castlemaine. Private health insurance available.
Discover everything you need at fresh sponsor Rural and Outdoors Castlemaine. They stock a huge range of outdoor power equipment from all your favourite brands. Prospecting and metal detecting supplies, water tanks, pumps, pet produce, stock feeds, animal health products and so much more. Equipment in need of repairs? Their qualified and experienced technicians have you covered for all your servicing and repair needs. Rural and Outdoors, 21 Elizabeth Street, Castlemaine. Experience the difference.
Fresh sponsor Parsons Towing Castlemaine is a 24/7 towing service covering all your towing needs, from accidents to breakdowns. Parsons Towing can handle anything from cars, trucks, buses, machinery, containers, even motorcycles. Parsons Towing is a family-owned business that understands the importance of prompt, professional service. Parsons Towing has now joined the team at Bellevue Panels in Bendigo, covering a larger area. To get you back on track anytime, anywhere. ParsonsMotorbody.com.au. Sponsor more live Bendigo football. And now it's time to fire up delicious Don Footy Franks. They're made for the footy. Is Don, is good.
It's the place we want to be. More local football. And it's time to go back to the home ground on Bendigo's Fresh FM. Go local, go local footy, more local. Let's go. Fresh, let's go.
Finals footy is upon us in Bendigo Football Netball League. We're here live at Harry Trott Oval for the qualifying final this afternoon between the Strathfieldsaye Storm and Eaglehawk, who snuck into the top three last week with a huge victory over Broadford. John Hunter heading up the call this afternoon, joined by Father Jackson Saunders, Mick Delaney and Ray Pinner pushing all the buttons in the background. Finals, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live and Bendigo Live Finals, brought to you by Keezer in Bendigo, physio, rehab and strength. And let's just have a look at the other games around Central Victoria. Father Jackson Saunders, what do you got for us?
Well, in the Heathcote District Football League today, it is the preliminary final. It's between Colbinaban and North Bendigo, Mick. And, well, 12 months ago, these two sides met, the Grasshoppers and the Bulldogs. And for Colbinaban, it was a 10-goal preliminary final, hiding the Dogs, which certainly left a sour taste in the mouth of Grasshoppers fans 12 months ago. So they'll have that at the back of their mind, but new game, new opportunity awaits today.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the Grasshoppers, there will be an element of revenge on the plate, so to speak. They'll be using that as motivation. And for me, I'm tipping them today.
And it's the second meeting, actually, in this finals series between these two sides. In fact, Colbinaban's 21-point win over the Bulldogs in the qualifying final was just a couple of weeks ago. So there's that recent viewing of each other, so both these sides know each other really well. Eaglehawk, by the way, have run out onto the ground. We're about 10 to 15 minutes away from this seniors clash commencing. So a lot to play for in the Heathcote District Football League today. As mentioned, Colbinaban take on North Bendigo. The winner of that clash advances to next weekend's grand final at Huntly against Mount Pleasant. Today's preliminary final is also there at Huntly, a spectacular venue just outside of Bendigo, and with the perfect conditions that we've got today, there'll be a massive crowd out there, I'm sure.
Oh, no doubt. It is beautiful for footy today. I'll go as far to say that this is the best day we've had all year, Jacko. So for footy, for viewing, whether you're coming down to watch a family member, a friend, or whether you're just a neutral that loves footy, today's the day to get around Harry Trott. Or if you're out watching the Heathcote League out at Huntly, or Loddon Valley footy as well is pretty hot for the picking today too. Speaking
of which, we will know which is the first side in the Loddon Valley Football League Grand Final after the second semi-final this afternoon at Calaval Recreation Reserve. It's Bridgewater up against Pyramid Hill. Lots of stories in this. Bridgewater, they have been dominant this season, particularly in the past month. They've won their 4 games by an average margin of 198 points in the last 4 weeks. Pyramid Hill, meantime, looking for their first flag since 1950, 76 years ago. So there's so much at stake in this contest today.
Yeah, that's unreal. And as much as I like Sharpie and the boys, that's average winning margin leading into finals, 190 odd points. That's not an ideal way to come into a final series when the footy's going to be hot. You'd want to be battle tested, and I reckon Pyramid Hill might upset Bridgewater today.
Well, it would be a big upset. I think Bridgewater will be too strong. The other thing which people will be observing very closely is it's a battle in some ways between the two century goal kickers in that league this year. So at one end you've got Lachlan Sharp, the Bridgewater co-coach, who's kicked 148 for the season.
Yes.
And then you've got Pyramid Hill's Jai Badley-Kelly, who has snagged 122 for the year. Who gets the job on both of them will be a question of interest for those at the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, when you're playing a good team or in a finals like atmosphere that Bridgewater and Pyramid Hill are today, I'd be very surprised if either of them got off the chain. Both teams have very good defensive structures, and it'll be more about your small forwards and those contributors that aren't often mentioned. Who steps up bigger today and performs on the big stage, that'll make the difference as to who wins.
The winner, as I mentioned, goes through to the grand final in a couple of weeks in the Loddon Valley League. The loser, well, they get a second chance against the winner of tomorrow's first semi-final between Morong and Inglewood. So Morong lost their clash last weekend in the qualifying final against Pyramid Hill. Meantime, it was a case of exiting for Maiden Gully YCW. They lost by 85 points in the elimination final against Inglewood. So that means Morong and Inglewood do battle tomorrow. That game starts at 2:15 at Bridgewater. And for the Panthers, well, they've been talked about a lot in recent times. As we know, they're entering the Bendigo Football Netball League next year. They're also searching for their fifth flag. While Inglewood, it's their 150th year, and they want that fairy tale to continue in this historic year with another finals win.
Yeah, absolutely. And a question for you, Father Jackson, is do you think the pressure is on Morong even more now that they've been given entry or allowed entry into the Bendigo Footy League? Do you think they feel like it's a must for them to win now?
I'm sure they would think that, but a good sports psychologist would say that they've got the runs on the board. They've won the last 4 flags. They should back themselves in.
That's right.
They've been accepted into a higher league. So that'll be the mental challenge and battle for the coach out there, James Flaherty, and all his assistants to be able to communicate that to their players so that they can really believe in themselves. So it's a great question that you asked, but look, they'd be disappointed if they didn't win. To go out in straight sets after winning 4 flags and before an important year of entering a major league competition, that would be a big blow in terms of their confidence and even in terms of the attraction that Morong could present to potential recruits to their club for years to come. It's a wonderful question which is worth pondering, though. Also in other leagues today, so in the North Central Football League, it's the first semi-final between Calder United and Birchip Watcham. That will be played at Sea Lake. So the North Central Footy League finals are in full flight, and as we heard earlier with Paul Wicks, the president of the Maryborough Castlemaine District Football Netball League, there's 2 semi-finals this weekend in that league. Today it's between Trentham and Newstead. Tomorrow, Harcourt and Navarre. And here at Harry Trott Oval, we're just about set for this exciting qualifying final between the Strathfieldsaye Storm in their 13th consecutive final series up against Eaglehawk, the reigning premiers, who in their illustrious club history have won 28 flags.
Yeah, they've been a super team, haven't they? And this man, Mick Delaney, did coach with some sensational players and other coaches. Wilson back in the day in 2019. We just mentioned before off air, Mick, that doesn't feel like footy weather, does it? And this will have a toll later in the day. You'd think that there will be some cramping because just the intensity of the game. If it's anything like we saw the under-18 and reserve boys do this morning, fitness or being able to cope with the conditions is going to really come into it later on, I'd reckon.
Absolutely it will. Hot day, cramping, bodies will be going down. At the start it'll be a hot footy. Eaglehawk are a much bigger side than Strathfieldsaye, but Strathfieldsaye pride themselves on that quick ball movement and getting the ball quickly as fast as they can. So it is really a tale of the two tapes. Eaglehawk for me, slightly favourites, but yeah, never underestimate a wounded animal.
Now, Mick, there's a guy at work, his name's John. A shout out to John out there, he's listening.
Hello, John.
But he bangs on about number 7 at work from the Storm. He's a Storm fan. I haven't seen Drew Lloyd play much, and he's banging on about him. give me your opinion on what he's like. What do you expect from him this afternoon? And is he worth banging on about?
Yes. Port Melbourne VFL, he's played a few games at this year. Hasn't really done too much at local level. 6 games, 13 goals. Only a couple of times been named in the best, but it's finals footy is where the likes of Drew Lloyd are going to step up. And for me, he is one of the keys to Strathfieldsaye if they're to win today.
Now, Father Jackson Saunders, who wins and why in your mind? And you've got a comment about Drew Lloyd, have you? Or?
Well, Drew Lloyd, he is a very handy player. Obviously, used to play with Rochester in the Golden Valley Football League and connected to Port Melbourne. I think Eaglehawk will win. They've just got that premiership experience in recent times, and their form, although it hasn't been the greatest in the last month or so, I think they'll rise to the occasion. Just some scores that have come through to another finals game. So the second semi-final in the Loddon Valley Football League under-18s, Maiden Gully YCW 10-3-63 have defeated Bridgewater 4-6-30, and in the reserves, Bridgewater 10-10-70 to Inglewood 8-2-50. But to focus in on your question more, John, 16 premiership players from Eaglehawk out there today, lots of consistent performers. There's lots of options as they go forward in terms of goals too. Clayton Holmes is a bit of a blow, not playing out there today, but I really like the Eaglehawk midfield, the likes of Billy Evans, obviously, Lewin Davis, Sam Thompson, also Oscar White. It's Ty Evans gets in there quite often too. It's a formidable lineup. I do think Eaglehawk will win by a couple of goals.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Father Jackson. I was initially on Eaglehawk convincingly, but Clayton Holmes worries me. He's been in some pretty good form. He's really given this side some real punch, pardon the pun, after last year's final series, but he certainly gives them that mongrel they need in the final series. He's a great player. It's a bit of a throwback. I love it, Mick, because I'm an 80s and 90s kid, and the way he goes about his football, he's a big out, and I then swung over to the Storm, but now seeing that Ben Lester is out for the Storm, I think I'm going to swing back the other way, and I'm going to go with Eaglehawk. And for me, the Storm, as good a side as they've been all year, they've just been inconsistent, and I know that they've had injuries. I know that players have gone to VFL and also the Pioneers, but I just can't trust them from a football sense at this point in time, where Eaglehawk, to me, they've been coming from a long way back, and you can just see that they've got the momentum. And I wouldn't be surprised if it kicks out to even a 4 or 5 goal margin. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a really close game. Who knows what you can expect in a qualifying final, but give us your opinion.
Yeah, to be tight, Eaglehawk just for me. Ben Lester being out, that's a big out as we see the umpires throw the coin up in the air. Daniel Clossy and Billy Evans, the captains from each side. Billy Evans wins the toss, and they'll be kicking down towards the netball court's end.
Before you go on with your assessment of this afternoon, who wins? Umpires this afternoon, Kobe Wilson, Scott Bennett and Joel Wood officiating in this game this afternoon in the qualifying final. Congratulations to them, because they're under just as much pressure, and It's just as important to the umpires as it is the players.
Absolutely, they are. All eyes will be on the umpires. Hopefully, no doubt they'll do a good job, but yes, the asset is on during finals. But back to what you were saying earlier, Johnny, this will be a red-hot game, and for those that say footy doesn't change during finals, they're absolutely kidding themselves. For those that are here today, they'll notice that both teams have been out on the ground for 10, 15 minutes now, warming up. It's a bit of a prolonged warm-up. During the season, you usually run out in the ground, do a few lanes, the toss goes up, and then you're straight into it. So this is time where the nerves just start to settle a little bit. You get comfortable around your teammates, you get used to the weather, get used to the people that are here, and yeah, this will be a cracking game.
Bailey Isley, we're just watching the players go through the warm-ups. He's got the long sleeves on, Father Jackson, so, you know, if you've got a custom of wearing long sleeves, I know I certainly did when I was playing. Not so much because it was cold, it was just wanted to hide my skinny arms.
Well, I'm wishing actually that I was wearing shorts and Birkenstocks this afternoon, because it's certainly warm for the jeans. I'm sweating. It's only 16 degrees, feels like 17 according to the weather app, but I suppose being in the broadcast truck with the sun shining right on us, it's probably more like in its early 20s here in our broadcast position. Crowd is building. I've been watching players from both sides. Joel Mullen looks in good form. He's one to watch in the midfield too, Mick, and a really solid, consistent contributor for the Borough.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been named in the best 10 times this year, has Joel Mullen. 12 goals from 16 games. Those goal-kicking mids, they're few and far between. If you can get a couple of them to get on the board on a day like today, that'll go a long way to success.
And Strathfieldsaye leadership is really important too. Daniel Clossy, Lachlan Ratcliffe, tell us about what they mean to the Storm.
Clossy, he leads with actions over words. He's always in and under. He's as hard as a cat's head, as they say. For Radders, he is, I won't say all talk because that doesn't sound great, but he's the general down back. He's the one that aligns the structures, your zoning. He'll take some kick-outs. And then for those that run off the half-back flank, he'll be the one directing them, directing the switch, so equally as important as each other.
Two big outs for Eaglehawk if you're playing along at home. Clayton Holmes comes out for Eaglehawk. Connor Evans also is out. Blake McGregor comes in wearing the number 7 Guernsey for Eaglehawk. And on the other side of the ledger, Ben Lester, a big out for the Storm. Also, Jack Bell, Charles Dole. I think they named a couple of extras overnight, so they do come off the team sheet. So not far away from the start of the big one, the qualifying final in season 2026, where it is the Storm taking on Eaglehawk. Absolutely magnificent Eaglehawk were last week. They smashed Broadford to come into the top 3, pinch the double chance. They were in the cutthroat elimination final, and then all of a sudden they find themselves now with a double chance. And I'll tell you what, I would not like to be any other side playing Eaglehawk in this final series because they've been up and about, albeit they've got a few injuries this afternoon. They're the form side, and don't take away anything from the Storm. And also Sandhurst are sitting back, waiting in eagerness for next week where they'll face the winner of this game. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, Bendigo Live Finals, brought to you by Keezer, Bendigo Physio, Rehab and Strength. To get you underway in this qualifying final, here is Father Jackson Saunders.
Very pleased to be with you. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, and it will be Callum Heath in the initial ruck contest against George Simpson of the Strathfieldsaye Storm. In this first term, it will be Eaglehawk kicking to the Neil Street end, and Strathfieldsaye will kick to the cricket nets end. Huge crowd, spectacular conditions, qualifying final action. The winner of today's clash to take on Sandhurst next week for a chance to book a spot in the grand final. It was tapped down by Simpson. Mallon takes it out of the centre. He kicks to half forward, out in front of Thompson. Strathfieldsaye defend well. The clearing kick came out from Hugh Behrens, long up towards centre wing, but it's been stolen beautifully by Dylan Hanley, who goes with a short pass and finds Mallon centre wing on the clubroom side.
Eaglehawk, they'll send it inside forward 50 shallow. It's been a mark. It's been taken. Might be Misfud with the footy in his hands early. And 50 out. This would be a good start for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Billy Evans with the ball. He can definitely kick this far. But early on, Ratcliffe, he's gone straight to Misford, and he's being isolated in the goal square. So big job today for Lockie Ratcliffe.
Yeah, even better, Billy Evans, even though Miss Fudd is a sensational footballer. Let's see what he does. Billy Evans, pretty much directly in front now to the Neil Street end. He'll go long. It's a high ball. It drifts wide, and it'll be first score of the afternoon. One behind Eaglehawk. They lead in the opening minutes 0 to the Storm. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Hugh Behrens has Sealuga Sue calling for it in front of our broadcast position. That kick is ignored. So we await possibilities. It'll go to the back pocket for Hunter Lawrence, one of 2 premiership players from 2019 out there today for the Storm. They clear to centre wing. Good mark has been taken by Pat Blake, who spears it inside 50. He wants James Shiska. 2 against him, Charlie Langford and Jonty Neves. Shiska goes to ground. Neves battles with Langford. It comes now to Shiska. He'll go the check side, off the right, and the Storm have the first of this qualifying final. 1 straight 6 are the Strathfieldsaye Storm. Shiska has his 69th for the season. Eaglehawk are behind. Our score sponsor is Don Smallgoods. Is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
That was awesome there by Pat Blake here on the wing, just getting the ball, running back with the flight of the ball, taking the mark, playing on straight away, hitting up Shishka in space. But Drew Lloyd, your man, Johnny, you called him out early. 2-on-1, got the ball, quick handball up to Shishka, and a nice banana goal to start us off.
George Simpson in the ruck for the Storm. Billy Evans back into the middle. Simpson jumped high, jumped early. Heath did pretty well. Bit of a dead heat through the middle. Tyson McKenzie tries to make a path, then he's pinged with the footy. Tried to do too much, so it'll be Eaglehawk free kick. It'll be Heath with the ball. Heath for Eaglehawk. He'll go long down the guts, inside forward 50. And it's a good mark being taken by Nick Thompson, and will line them up for his first of the afternoon.
How good a hit is that by the ruckman? Heath just went back on the left, 45-metre kick, no more than just overhead high, and laced out Thompson. Eaglehawk looking at their first.
Nick Thompson to the Neil Street end. No wind advantage here at Harry Trott Oval. Big crowd, perfect cricket conditions here. What does he do with it? Oh, he just hits it on the instep for a minor score. Their second minor score of the afternoon. Two behinds playing 6, Storm lead. Local finals footy, the place we want to be, it's fresh live.
That's disappointing by Thompson. He's currently the leading goal kicker with 32 for Eaglehawk. He would have penciled that one in.
Mick Delaney on local footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live as Hugh Behrens restarts play from full back with the kick in. Goes to half back, clubroom side. Good double fist for Eaglehawk, was knocked down by Jacob O'Brien. Ball goes into dispute. Then Storm are able to work it to the attacking side of centre wing, and out of bounds will have a boundary throwing. Good to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. The winner of today's clash, as I mentioned, to take on the Sandhurst Dragons next weekend at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. In the front position, George Simpson taps it down to no one's advantage. Lots around the contest. Oscar White dispossessed. He may have been held, according to, you can hear through our effects mic, some interesting deliberations from the crowd, but it's an Eaglehawk free kick.
Yeah, I hope he realises it's a family show as the ball goes inside forward 50. Big fly in the back of the pack, in the middle of the pack. Couldn't quite drag it in. That Eaglehawk player might have been Nick Thompson again getting involved. And now it'll be mopped up by J.D. Jackson-Lay. Takes a mark. Short pass in the back half. Turnover. So Eaglehawk with a chance here. Might come back inside forward 50. It will. Left football, inside forward 50. Hits up a target. And Eaglehawk now, they are on the money. Might be, in fact, taking a mark was Joel Mullen. Chess mark. You don't see him up forward very often, and he's got an opportunity here, Mick.
No, he's kicked 12 goals on the year. But how nice has Eaglehawk's delivery inside forward 50 been so far? They've gone inside 50 4 times, 3 marks, and one that disputably was a mark but got pushed in the back.
Joel Mullen directly in front. Neil Street end. They've had a couple of opportunities, and this time they will convert. Their first of the afternoon, they're on the board. 1-2-8 Eaglehawk. They lead the Storm 1 goal straight. We've gone 6 minutes in this opening term. Score sponsor, Keezer, Physio, Rehab and Strength. Local finals footy. The place we want to be, it's fresh live.
Joel Mullen previously winning a Bendigo City Framers Award as well. He's no stranger to being one of the better players on ground and has started really well today, kicking his first.
I've always enjoyed watching him play. He is one of 5 players out there today for Eaglehawk who's played every game for the Borough in 2026. George Simpson was up high. Won the ruck duel to no one's particular advantage, though, so we'll have to have a secondary ball up inside the centre circle. Callum Heath to renew acquaintances with George Simpson. Heath out-muscles Simpson. Had a couple of bites at it, then ricocheted back to him as he was tackled. Billy Evans there too. And we'll have a third successive ball up. So we'll see if we can clear this mess inside the centre square.
Billy Evans just with a finger that's dislocated, just shook it back in and away we go. Heath with a good bit of ruck work, tapped it forward for Eaglehawk, then a soccer off the ground, but they'll mop up the Storm across half back now, receiving it. In fact, dropping a mark he should have taken. We all thought Sue had it, including himself, and Mick. Basic errors, bit of pressure in this opening minutes of this first term in the qualifying final.
Finals footy, it's a hot, dry day. Shouldn't be dropping those marks.
Very much so. Most players around this contest at the moment. It is, of course, a smaller ground, Harry Trott Oval in Kennington. Heath in the direction of Billy Evans. He left the footy behind. However, Lewin Davis didn't. He hoists the kick high, deep inside 50. Perhaps a free kick against Jackman Misford it was, and it will go to Hugh Behrens, who was caught high in that marking contest. So he's the recipient of the free kick, and he goes very short, still inside the defensive zone for Lachlan Ratcliffe, the co-captain of the Storm.
Crosses it across his defensive goal, finds Behrens. Behrens now will bring it down the line. Broadcast side. It was a poor kick, really. Thompson with a good punch in there for Eaglehawk. One of the Thompson brothers here this afternoon, Jack Thompson, got a fist on it right in front of our broadcast truck. Sponsored by Powers Country Express. We thank Damien for this broadcast position. Umpire will throw it in. true centre wing. Up they'll go in the ruck. Probably a dead heat in the end. He's got his hands on the footy. Ball spills to Thompson. Now Thompson for Eaglehawk. Quick on the left, didn't really look. Shallow inside forward 50. Bounces to the back of the pack. Mopped up there behind by Hugh Behrens of the Storm.
And he gives it to Lanfranchi by hand. Featherby, first game since he was injured in round 14 for the Storm today. Kick not so good. James Coates-Moore is there. He gets in the way, leaves it behind for Eaglehawk. Sialuga-Su, though, picks it up, collects inside 50. Jonty Neves with that long black sleeve and that penetrating left foot kick. Goes about 60 metres to half forward. Wanted O'Shannessy, couldn't find him. Eaglehawk have numbers. They recover well. Kick inside 50. Came deep. It goes towards Oscar White. They have numbers back, though, in defence to Strathfieldsaye. Hugh Behrens has tackled. He's worked towards the boundary line, and the field umpire says, give it to me, we'll have a ball up. Inside, attacking 50 for Eaglehawk, about 35 metres out from their goal, Neil Street end.
Errors early here, both sides. Pressure is mounting. Qualifying final. They both have a double chance. Let's see who settles first. Neil Street end. It's in the forward pocket. Eaglehawk in attack, who have done most of the attacking here so far, Mick Delaney.
Yeah, they have. Their pressure's been good around the ball. Strathfieldsaye, only the two players inside their forward half of the ground. So everyone's stacking back into defence, trying to bottle this up.
Simpson will do the ruck work against O'Shannessy of the two Blues. Up they'll go. Simpson too big to the front of the pack. Numbers with Eaglehawk. They just need to be careful. Simpson picked it up. They'll share it around here, the Storm. Clossy did well. Hurried handball. Kick is ineffective. Thompson might claim a mark for Eaglehawk. Play on's the call. He slung as he kicked it. In fact, it goes backward and the Storm are away.
They are indeed. The kick from Shiska was good. Up into the centre of the ground. Found Pat Blake. He goes to half forward. Player is out there for the Strathfieldsaye Storm. He receives. Hand pass back to Lanfranchi. The Storm are away. A long kick. Deep inside, attacking 50. Neves gets back. He defends beautifully. Shiska is there too. Comes though to Sam Thompson in defence. He gives it off to Dylan Hanley. He clears for Eaglehawk. Wants Oscar White. Across half-back. It's scrappy at the moment. It's bouncing between the two sides. Good effort by Lanfranchi. Blake McGregor comes in to offer defensive support. A tackle is applied. Oscar White was leading the charge and a ball up.
Across half forward. Storm in attack. Kicking to the cricket net's end. Tough ball in the middle. Hurried kick out of the pack now. The Borough, they'll go forward. Intercepting Mark Radcliffe. Across half-back for the Storm. Laterally goes to Blanford. Blanford of the Storm. Still across half-back. They'll switch it from one half-back flank to the other. Now they'll come out through Behrens. Behrens will go to half forward. Shiska was the target. Comes off hands. Spills. Eaglehawk. Evans will mop up. Gave it back. Turnover to Shiska. Shiska. Horrible ball underground. It was effective in the end. Finds Jackson Lay. Inside forward 50. Into the hot spot. They fly early. They fly high. Back of the pack. Eaglehawk need to be careful. Sam Thompson. Hurried handball. Langford does the work and momentarily clears but doesn't. He cleared it just for a fraction of a second and it went straight to the Storm. Ethan Featherby takes a mark at ground level, and just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, they were in trouble, Mick Delaney.
This will be good for Ethan Featherby's confidence. This is his first game back since being injured in the last game against Eaglehawk.
Featherby to the cricket net's end. 2 steps, bang on the left foot and kicks it through for a minor score. That was a chance gone begging. 1-7 the Storm. Eaglehawk 1-2-8, 1 point margin. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
You can sense the intensity has lifted. Finals footy. Kick in for Eaglehawk. Goes right up into the centre circle. Ben Thompson, though, had it stolen from him from JD Jackson Lay, who gets it for Strathfieldsaye. He goes direct. Sialuga-Su, the intended target, misses him. Riley Mulquinny wants it. Ball goes to ground. Neither side can get clean possession. A ball up. The consequence, about 30 metres out from the goal mouth for Strathfieldsaye. Umpire wastes no time. Tapped down by Jed Brereton. He then hoists the kick off his boot up towards the tip of the goal square. Lots of hands to it. Jonty Neves affected the spoil. Courage being shown from both sides. Nick Hall maybe tried to do too much. Was he penalised? No. In fact, he was caught high, and he'll take the free kick in defence for the Borough.
Or to the broadcast side, his target there was Jack Thompson. The crowd liked it. You could hear it. he was up against it, Jack Thompson. He was up against the big man in Jed Brereton, among others, for the Storm, and put it over the boundary line, ball in. Brereton goes and will do the ruck work now against Heath of Eaglehawk. Across half forward, Storm in attack, shallow ball in. Heath grabbed it out of the air for Eaglehawk, gave it to Billy Evans by hand, somehow got his boot to it, will kick it to half forward. Misfud was the target, hands on it, then he spilled it, offering support. Joel Mullen, ground level. Pat Blandford did well there for the Storm to tie him up, and we'll have a ball up left half forward. Eaglehawk in attack, Neil Street.
Most players around this contest, Brereton, and also in that ruck contest, Heath won the duel, comes to ground level. Wanting it was Lewin Davis. Jack O'Shaughnessy there too. And we'll need to have another ball up. So it's scrappy at the moment. Mick Delaney, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit. It's just hot footy, good finals footy, and it'll be whoever breaks first here.
It's hot everywhere. I've got the banana boat out looking for a cocktail. I tell you, sweat's pouring off us all here at Neil Street. Harry Trott Oval. Heath with a footy for Eaglehawk. Shallow inside forward 50 to the pocket. Ineffective. Storm will mop up. Comes out there to Brereton. Drops a mark he probably should have taken. He was under pressure. Then he's at ground level. Joel Mullen, pressure on for Eaglehawk as well. Umpire letting it go. Coming in hard. Clossy for the Storm. Ties it all up. Sam Thompson was amongst it as well for Eaglehawk. And left half forward. Too far out to score. Eaglehawk, ball up.
It's a close contest. Lewin Davis is there, comes also to Sam Thompson. He goes back to Lewin Davis. He puts it to a dangerous locality, top of the goal square. Bailey Isley, one of the intended targets. Ball in defence is picked up though by Lanfranchi for Strathfieldsaye, and he's cleared unsuccessfully though, out of bounds on the full. So the penalty free kick to be taken by Thomas Bennett. He's played every game this year for Eaglehawk. A faithful contributor at Canterbury Park. At the Neil Street end, he's forced to play on. He'll put it to the top of the goal square. Lots of possibilities. Isley, Misford, O'Shaughnessy. Names you'd like to see if you're an Eaglehawk man. McGregor, hand pass to O'Shaughnessy. Quick hand pass unselfishly, and a shot at goal from Ben Thompson was miscued. Out of bounds on the full. The pressure, terrific as you heard from that fan in the FX mic. Eaglehawk 1-2-8, Strathfieldsaye 1-1-7. We've gone 15 minutes in the opening quarter.
So just a bit of a lull in play, waiting to get the footy back. Deep in the back pocket. In fact, wasn't a score. It might have been out of bounds on the full. So Lanfranchi now for the Storm will play on quickly. He'll send it down the line. 60-metre ball to a pack of players. Sue mops up there for the Storm. Another 50-metre ball to half forward. Front position, Langford tracks the footy. Oh, he was unlucky. There it was picked up by Lloyd. Time and space on the left. He'll go goalward, and it's offline. Minor score. Storm go to 1-2-8. 1-2-8 apiece here. We're almost at red time here in this opening term.
Jonty Neves has played all but one game this year. He gets the ball from the kick in to his teammate in Hanley, who clears, goes up to half back. It's on the defensive side of centre wing now as Strathfieldsaye press forward once more just through sheer numbers. O'Brien across half back is tackled for Eaglehawk, and so we will have a ball up. Crowd building here at Harry Trott Oval. I can see lots of Sandhurst players sitting on the hill observing closely. The winner of today's clash takes on the Dragons next weekend. As Eaglehawk get the clearance up towards centre wing. Lachlan Ratcliffe gets in the way though for Strathfieldsaye. No one's got clean use of the ball. No one in fact has it at the moment. That's why we're stalling a bit, but the pressure and the effects from the crowd with the appeal for ball was heard, and it goes the way of Eaglehawk, and it's Thompson who's got it on the outer side for the Borough.
A bit of long ball, might be in fact McGregor, I think. It's long ball and good juggling in the back of the pack. The Storm look like they'll clear. Mulquinny at ground level. He's collared. He gave it to a teammate, in fact, who was in a worse position. And we're all tied up in the forward zone for Eaglehawk. Doing most of the attacking, but it's a good red-hot contest. Deep in the forward pocket. Neil Street end. Storm will win it out. Long ball to the wing. They'll set themselves. Ground level. Collecting there, Ty Evans for Eaglehawk. A long ball that'll go shallow inside forward 50. Thompson will be the target. And we're all tied up. Good defensive work, the Storm, and pressure on Mick Delaney.
Yeah, plenty of pressure for Strathfieldsaye. It's important to bend but not break here.
25 metres out from Eaglehawk's goal. And there's lots around the contest. We'll have the ball up while we're celebrating the football today. We should pay our respects also to the Chinese community in Bendigo. The state funeral today for Russell Jack, an identity of the Bendigo Chinese Association. His funeral this morning at the Alhambra Theatre, and burial this afternoon at Bendigo. As from the ball up, it goes out of bounds once more. We'll have a boundary throw in. So the score here is level, 1-8 apiece. We have gone 18 minutes in this opening quarter.
Jackson Lay cleared it for the Storm, but he kicked it straight to the opposition for a turnover. In fact, the umpire has overruled and said, give it to the boundary umpire and he can throw it in. So across half forward, right half forward, hard up against the boundary line, not far from the netball courts. Heath in the ruckworth, got front position, taps it in the direction, but it's all Billy Evans. Eaglehawk, he had a player on, it was just too severe. He overcooked it, and a hurried kick by Brereton goes 60 to half forward for the Storm.
It does. Turnover, however, and Eaglehawk have the footy back. Hanley, kick he wants. Billy Evans can't find him. Instead, Darcy Mulquinny slams on the boot. Langford intercepts, goes to wide by hand to Billy Evans. He was under siege immediately from Daniel Clossy. Bennett for Eaglehawk gets the loose ball. Downfield free kick, I believe. Whistle off the play. And in fact, the ball will be relayed to half-back. What exactly did you see, Mick?
Yeah, it might have been a clash of heads there. The Strathfieldsaye player coming in to tackle Billy Evans, and it got him high. So free kick, Billy Evans to Eaglehawk. He's
a contender for the Sponsors Award, the $100 City Framers voucher already, I reckon, Mick Delaney.
He's been busy.
You'll be the man that's giving the award, so just take that on board. Don't let me talk you into it.
Thanks, Dad.
Evans dumps it down to the line. Comes off hands. Mulquinny did well for the Storm. That's Darcy. There's two Mulquinnies out. Their defensive punch was very good. And across half forward, we'll have a ball in.
We will. Near the netball courts. It's about 10 deep in that vicinity. People keeping an eye on both football and netball proceedings on the field and courts respectively. Terrific tackle from Eaglehawk applied by Callum Heath and also Oscar White. So another ball up. Cross half forward for the Borough. And we'll need to have a third successive ball up. There's been so many one-on-one duels in this term. Heath taps it down, wanting it's Jack O'Shannessy. Put his head over the ball courageously. It's cleared by Daniel Clossy. A 50-metre ball to half forward. After it is Zach Charles. Toe pokes it inside 50. Good work from Charlie Langford in those pink boots. Sweeps the hand pass to Jonty Neves at full back. He clears to Jack Thompson at centre half back. There's daylight straight up the guts, but straight to the opposition. And the co-captain, Lachlan Ratcliffe of Strathfieldsaye.
Short pass forward, 20 metres, finds Clossy. Clossy's in the middle for the Storm. He'll spread it wide to the right half forward. Finds Lloyd, who slid in with his knees. Then he'll go on the left, too far from home. It's a long high ball. He'll go to the hot spot. They'll set themselves. Hands on it. Spills to the back of the pack. Eaglehawk will mop up here through Thomas Bennett. It was a short little dinky give. It was effective. They'll share it around on the back half, and now they're away. Good, don't argue. That came from Oscar White. Spread it wide by hand. Evans getting involved. They're all lining up. Half forward. Mullen will run onto it if it sits for him. Half forward he does. He looks behind him. He'll go the banana ball. Goalwood minus score. And an exciting build-up to make it a 1 point margin. Eaglehawk lead.
Jonty Neves was injured behind play. He's back up and about now, so all good for the Eaglehawk star defender.
It's been 16 minutes since there's been a goal kicked in this contest. Joel Mullen, the most recent goal kicker at the 5-minute mark. As Strathfieldsaye clear, they got it to half back and Drew Lloyd. He was pushed in the back across half back. So he receives the free kick for the Strathfieldsaye Storm. One of the challenges is finding space in this tight and congested ground. As Lloyd goes to half forward, he's searching for Pat Blake, out-muscled in the contest. And ball eludes both of them and out of bounds. Across right half forward, approaching the cricket net's end. The score is Eaglehawk 139, Strathfieldsaye 128. It's a 1 point ball game at the 22-minute mark of this first term in the qualifying final.
Isley and the ruck, he's been pretty quiet in this opening term for Eaglehawk against Simpson. Probably a dead heat, spills to the back of the pack. We've got numbers, the Storm here. The old 1-2 end up there with Clossy. Clossy on the left, fans it wide towards the boundary line. They'll track it towards it. Eaglehawk will see it out. O'Shannessy didn't want to take possession. And 51 metres out from goal, the Storm in attack. They'll have another ball up. The lead is 1 point. It's Eaglehawk just the better of the Storm at the moment. Entertaining contest. Hot conditions. Hot, warm, still. Simpson in the ruck. He's rucked all of this opening term. Puts it to his feet. No one can get out. Mullen tried. Ball up, 49 from home. Storm in attack.
Barron's playing loose behind the ball for Strathfieldsaye. Dylan Hanley loose for Eaglehawk.
Bailey Isley got to the front position on Davis there. He wants it, can't find it. JD Jackson-Leigh at the bottom of the pack. And he's been awarded a free kick. He was pushing the back. So JD Jackson-Leigh, the Port Melbourne listed player, he's been in the Storm's best 8 times this year. There's a short presentation from Drew Lloyd to the pocket. I've got a gut feeling Jackson-Leigh is going to have a crack. Instead, he unselfishly looks for Shiska in the pocket, going back ever so gutsily was Nick Hoare, who put his body on the line and took a wonderful intercepting grab for Eaglehawk.
See what he does. Gutsily, you're doing a campaign and making up words now, Father Jackson, as the ball goes beyond 50. It's the Storm doing all the pressing right at the moment. It'll be a long ball into a dangerous position, top of the square. Jonty Neves retrieves it for Eaglehawk, puts it on his boot, but only momentarily relieves the pressure. It's all the Storm. Man with a footy that sends it inside with Featherby into the hot spot, into the corridor. All tied up, trying to make a path. Might have been Thompson at ground level. In fact, doing some hard work. It was Nick Hoare up back, 49 from home, Storm in attack.
I like to consider myself a wordsmith, but I think I may have made up a word there. I'll check it quarter time.
Cam does it all the time, don't worry.
Nick Hoare, he was in that little passage, but he couldn't clear that time. So another ball up is the result. Magnificent smother by Oscar White, and then he soccers in the World Cup style about 50 metres down the line, inside attacking 50. It's dangerous in this vicinity, and Billy Evans helps to lock it up inside attacking 50 for Eaglehawk, 40 metres out from the Neil Street end.
Eaglehawk, the side with a chance at the moment. Billy Evans runs onto it. He's tackled well, manages to squeeze it out, but he tried to do too much. The Storm were relentless. Mulquinny, Darcy with the long sleeves across half-back, fans it further wide. Charles with the footy. Just slowing it down. Just directing a bit of traffic. Short pass, Mulquinny. It was ineffective and only went about 3 metres. Causes a turnover now. Straight to Billy Evans. Billy Evans has got a lead on and honours it. Ben Thompson takes a chest mark. And boy, don't they kill you in a grand final. Mick Delaney.
For those watching at home, the kids watching at home, that is not what you do when you're trying to be delicate around the back line. You don't kick off one step. You still kick through the ball. You hit up your targets with intent. And coincidentally, Eaglehawk with that pressure looking at their second.
Let's see what he can do with the footy. For Eaglehawk. He goes long. He goes strong. And Ben Thompson gets it done. They stretch the lead to 7 points, 2-3-15. Eaglehawk, the Storm, 1-2-8. Score sponsor, Don Smallgoods. Don is good. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
A bit disappointing for the backs at Strathfieldsaye there that they've held up really well this first quarter. Eaglehawk have been potent in getting the ball inside forward 50, only for them to give one up from an ill-advised turnover inside D50. So Eaglehawk on top by a goal.
Eaglehawk have kicked the last 2 goals, one at the 5-minute mark and the next at the 26-minute mark of this opening quarter. In the centre, Nick Hall, he just barges through everyone. He works it toward Ben Thompson. Blandford's kick may have been partially smothered, goes about 40 metres nevertheless to half forward, across half back. James Coates-Moore does well. His foot pass is exceptional. Straight to Oscar White. He has it. He drives it to half forward. Kick was miscued though. Turnover, and it's been taken by Hugh Berens, who's been terrific in defence so far today.
Bullet ball finds Pat Blake. Further across half back to Mulquinny. Darcy Mulquinny. He'll go to half forward. In fact, puts it on the wing. It was a poor kick. Not sure who he was aiming for it. Sue was probably the ultimate target, but it just went into no man's land.
Yeah, that's the second time in 2 minutes. Mulquinny kicking off one step and, yeah, it going errant and not to a teammate.
Front of the club rooms. Packed club rooms here, enjoying the sunshine. The zinc cream's out. The banana boat's out. Heath is in the ruck. Front position. Tapped it straight down the throat of his teammate who sends it long to the pocket. Thompson's in the area. Will grab it. He kicked the last goal only moments ago. Ground level, that's Ben Thompson. And we'll have a stoppage. Ball up, 45 from home, deep in the forward pocket.
A 7-point lead to Eaglehawk, 27 minutes gone, close to quarter time. It won't be an overly long quarter, and whistle for holding the ball against Eaglehawk. Strathfieldsaye free kick in defence, and well done by Pat Blake, who applied that tackle. So he assesses possibilities, decides to play on, kicks to the clubroom side wing. Big fly in that marking contest from Ty Evans. Instead, it's Hanley who gets it, feeds the hand pass to Billy Evans. He was put under enormous pressure, through against him. Jacob O'Brien is tackled beautifully by Tice Griffin, and we will have a ball up. Tice Griffin, a handy youngster, playing with the Bendigo Pioneers throughout the year.
Ball up in the middle. Heath taps it for Eaglehawk. Down the throat of Pat Blake, tried to make a path and couldn't. Hurried kick out of the pack from the Storm though to half forward. Now they'll mop up across half back. Eaglehawk. One bounce. Two bounces. The ball came there from Coach Moore. Short pass was effective. He finds O'Shannessy. O'Shannessy will go deep inside, forward 50. Front and centre. Misford gets his boot on the ball. Mulquinny under pressure. Shovels it out towards the boundary line. O'Shannessy will track it for Eaglehawk. Over it goes, 25 around from home. Underneath the scoreboard that reads a 7-point margin. Eaglehawk lead, 29 minutes gone. Opening term, qualifying final. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
A late goal here would be huge for Eaglehawk headed into the first change in what has been a very low-scoring opening quarter of finals footy. From the boundary throw-in, no one has it. It's just players, working bodies, and at the bottom of the pack, it was Ben Thompson who was wrapped up. No surprise, the AFL Victoria medalist from last year's premiership side. He's giving it his heart and his sleeve and everything today. Siren sounds. There'll be no score added at quarter time. Eaglehawk 2-3-15 lead Strathfieldsaye 1-8.
Well, what an entertaining opening term that was in this qualifying final of 2026. Bendigo Live finals brought to you by Keys Bendigo, Physio, Rehab and Strength. At the moment, it's Eaglehawk. They lead 2-3-15. Quarter time to 1-8. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's fresh live.
You know what's better than a Big Four bank?
A bank that's bigger. For me. Bigger. For what matters most.
Millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Supplies. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
Quarter time here in the qualifying final of 2026 in the Bendigo Football Netball League. We're at Harry Trott Oval, where Bendigo's live finals is brought to you by Keyser Bendigo Physio, Rehab and Strength. It is Eaglehawk. They seem to have the better of the Storm at the moment. 2-3-15 to the Storm. 1-2-8. John Hunter, Father Jackson Saunders, Mick Delaney and Ray Pinner bringing you all the action here. Finals, local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
And a quarter-time score in the Loddon Valley Football League. It's Bridgewater, 8 goals straight, 48 over Pyramid Hill. 3 goals, 3-21. So a 27-point lead to Bridgewater in that clash. Obviously, the winner of that game advances to the grand final in a couple of weeks' time. Oscar McKinley has 4 goals to the first change, and Lockie Sharp has 2. So that means he's got 150 for the season now. Goal kickers in this clash here at Kennington's Harry Trott Oval in the qualifying final between Eaglehawk and Strathfieldsaye, which sees the Borough leading 2-3-15 to Strathfieldsaye 1-2-8. All singles so far. For Eaglehawk, 1 to Joel Mallon and Ben Thompson, and then 1 for Strathfieldsaye's James Shiska.
Better players for Eaglehawk. It's been the Billy Evans show inside, showing his experience, the way that he gets in and around the footy, using his body, hitting up targets inside forward 50. For me, comfortably the best on ground so far. Joel Mullen's been very good as well. Charlie Langford down back and Jonty Neves.
The Storm, a little bit more difficult to pick their better players. They play a different style of footy. They're really more strategic. They almost play it like a game of chess. They just want to minimise whatever harm is coming their way. Thank you very much to Adam, our cameraman, who just planted that thought in my seat. I do think of my own stuff though, Adam. That's all right at times. Drew Lloyd, I reckon he did all right. John, if you're listening back at work, he was pretty good.
He was.
Darcy Mulquinny, though, across half-back, I reckon he mopped up quite a few times. George Simpson, basically unchanged in the ruck, providing a big body. And also in that back zone, talking about strategic and being harm minimisationised. Is that a word, Father Jackson Saunders?
Yes.
Hugh Berens, and I think you're going to give it to me, aren't you? And you've gone to the dictionary to sort out what's a word and what's not.
Yes, we need to clear a first quarter dispute. I described a individual effort by Nick Hoare as a gutsily effort, and I should have stuck to my guns, Johnny. You accused me of making up words, but I've consulted the dictionary, and gutsily is done in a way that is brave and determined, which was exactly the case from Nick Hoare in that opening term. So we're very close to the commencement of this second quarter. Our scoreline is Eaglehawk 2-3-15 to Strathfieldsaye 1-2-8 as we begin the second term. Bendigo Live Finals brought to you by Keyser, Bendigo Physio, Rehab and Strength. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live, and it is a 7-point lead to the reigning premiers as we begin this second term. The winner of this clash advances to the second semi-final next week against Sandhurst with a chance to play in the grand final in a few weeks' time. To get us underway in this second quarter, it is John Hunter.
You've got to give it back to me, Jackson. I'm all bluff. If you think you're right, make sure you go with it. Heath wins it straight down the throat of Evans of Eaglehawk. Offering support was Mullins. They're lining up in numbers. Inside forward 50 the kick goes. Misfuds the target, but Ratfield in fact is land. Frankie, he storms out from half-back, sends it to the outer side wing. Good defensive bit of play, and it is a ball up. Good to see him showing a bit of confidence off the half-back line there, Mick Delaney.
Yeah, we thought no Ben Lester today was going to be an issue, and so far the likes of Ratcliffe, Land Frankie, Berens down back, they've been good.
Heath taps it down to the advantage of Oscar White. He tried to take on Riley Mulquinney. He might be penalised. He is. Fantastic tackle from Darcy Mulquinney for the Strathfieldsaye Storm. Clubroom side wing. He assesses options. Kicks down the line. Wants that man in Zach Charles. Bounced off his chest. Front and centre is Tyson McKenzie. He's tackled. Ball goes to ground. Mallon gets a quick boot to ball. Not for long though. Turnover. Darcy Mulquinney in the way. Lewin Davis wrapped him up though, and another ball up.
So it's on the wing in front of the club rooms. Heath against Simpson of the Storm. Simpson tapped it to voice of Clossy towards the boundary, but couldn't get there, and it goes over the boundary line. It'll be a ball in. Good contest here in this qualifying final. It's a 7-point margin. Eaglehawk, they lead this game as the ball is thrown in. Simpson grabs it out of the air for the Borough, slams it on the left and sends it inside forward 50. They'll set themselves, but all the numbers are with the Storm. Good mark was taken by Brereton. Short pass only went 15 metres to Ratcliffe, who takes it at his ankles and will stand up and will harm minimise in that back half.
He will indeed. Shields the eye with his son. Wants Riley Mulquinney. Instead elects to kick longer towards the broadcast side wing. Oh, huge fly. It was spectacular. Like a soaring eagle from Pat Blake. He got hands to it but just couldn't complete the grab. Ball hits the deck and we'll have a ball up. James Coatesmore at the bottom of that pack. True centre wing position right in front of us.
Up they'll go in the ruck. Heath wins it for the Borough down the throat of Evans again. A little give to Thompson. Probably ineffective in the end, but Thompson was strong through the heaps. Eventually he fell over. But boy, oh boy, Thompson's desire for the footy, Mick, isn't that something to look at?
Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he? He's a bit like Stagg from Sandhurst.
Yeah, he just refused to give up. Simpson for the Storm wins the tap. Ineffective though. Lewin Davis overran the footy, then Thompson tried to sock it out of the air. Clossy gets upended for the Storm, gets a free kick for his trouble. And off left half back, gets up gingerly and will take the free kick.
Daniel Clossy, best 9 times this year, kicked the 5 goals for the season. The co-captain directs traffic. He goes to half forward. Good defensive spoil came from Jacob O'Brien. Smashes it into the centre square, just beside the centre circle. James Coatesmore has support from White. Goes then to Ben Thompson. Foot pass to half forward. Lewin Davis lost control of it. White finds space. He's a chance to press forward and kick it goal. He opens up the angle off the left. Has it been touched? It has. Through for a rush behind. 2-4-16 Eaglehawk. Strathfieldsaye 1-2-8. They're half the score of the Borough in the 4th minute of this second term. Local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Hunter Lawrence will kick in there for the Storm. Short pass deep into the pockets, effective. Hits up his target. Hugh Berens has been pretty good this afternoon. 30-metre kick forward, which is okay. To Wilson. Just with the footy. In fact, it might be Mitchell McClure, which goes down the line to the wing. Big punch from behind. There's a hold off the footy. Not sure which way it's going to go. Might, in fact, go to Zach Charles. Charles, ball seems to be propped in front of that wing there for the majority of this game so far. Oh, big fly behind!
Wowee.
Dylan Hanley has taken an absolute screamer and he'll clear it. And that's one for the highlights reels, Mick Delaney.
That's nearly mark of the year, as we see a great chase down tackle. Play on.
James Coatesmore, Ben Thompson, back to James Coatesmore. I agree, that was the mark of the year from what I've seen this year from Dylan Hanley. Across half back, Ben Thompson. Clearing ball came from Ty Evans into the centre. Oscar White, there's some free-flowing footy. We haven't seen a lot of that today. Bennett collects on the first bounce, kicks inside 50. Great defensive spoil from Hunter Lawrence. He whacks it out of the danger zone towards the Strathfieldsaye interchange bench. Close to the boundary line. George Simpson harasses Lewin Davis, who's pushed out of bounds, and we will have a boundary thrown. That was definitely mark of the year.
Oh,
I'm going to make the call.
That was unreal. He got some real airtime there, did Hanley.
You do it in a final. You do it in front of a big crowd in perfect conditions. We're all up and about.
He's still coming down, Johnny.
Oh, gee whiz. What a mark that was. We'll go to the highlights reel during the week for sure with that one. Let's get back to reality just for the moment as we settle down. Thompson with a long ball from Eaglehawk. Kicks it from the wing. Inside forward 50. Poor kick. This man is getting better as the game goes on. Behrens. Now aggressive kick. Boy, oh boy, Wilson put him under pressure. Now Evans, mop up. They're going to be lucky here, I think. And it will be a free kick, but the Storm here. Wilson will spread it wide. His target is Griffin. It's 2-on-1 though with Eaglehawk. Griffin somehow won the footy. By hand, inboard. Ratcliffe, it was aggressive. Short pass. Hit up. Lloyd, who ran out and took it pretty easily. Had time and space, Mick Delaney.
That was a Tice Griffin big win there for Strathfieldsaye. Eaglehawk had the numbers 3-on-1. He somehow ended up with the ball. Got the hands on the inside. And nice little lace-out pass there by the captain, Lockie Ratcliffe. Or the co-captain, sorry, where we'll see Lloyd line up for his first.
Drew Lloyd, we talked him up before the game. Spins the footy between his palms. He's a natural left footer, directly in front. He should not miss for the Storm. In he comes, and what does he do?
Commentator's curse.
Oh, I'm sick of doing it. It didn't even look like kicking a goal in the end. So it's 9 playing 16. You've got to kick those goals in a qualifying final. Mick Delaney.
You absolutely do, and the fact that Strathfieldsaye is still only 1 goal down, they're pretty lucky at the moment.
They are. That's his second behind. He's missed one. Set shot in both terms was Drew Lloyd. Ty Evans' kick in was a bit of a shank. Fortuitously found Ben Thompson. Turnover, though, evolves. Tice Griffin collects, gives it by hand to Jed Brereton. His kick no good. Turnover. Billy Evans, the former Brisbane Lion, with AFL experience, clears. Kick wasn't the best. Darcy Mulquinny gets in the way, gets it back for the Storm. Logo Sue's kick partially smothered, goes towards that man Mulquinny again. Kick towards the pocket is good, and the mark has been taken by Riley Mulquinny. Very close to the boundary line, and I think he's going to have a crack.
Fantastic work there by the Mulquinny brother up on the half-forward flank, winning the 2-on-1 and then winning another 50-50 ball. This is why Strathfieldsaye have got their set shot, is because of his work.
14 goals for the year. Riley Mulquinny yet to trouble the scorers today. Hard up against the boundary line, 30 metres out. You can hear the whistling from Eaglehawk fans. Maybe it had an effect behind. And another lost opportunity for Strathfieldsaye. 1-4-10. Eaglehawk 2-4-16. 6 points in front at the 8-minute mark of the second term.
So Eaglehawk let off the hook a little bit here by the Storm. As this restart comes from Eaglehawk, Heath is the target. 2-on-1. Ball spills. Thompson held without the footy. Arthur won't get it. Collected there by Nick Hoare inboard. They'll share it around. Sam Thompson gets collared. In the middle, emerging is Clossy of the Storm. Up and under kick. He'll spread it wide. Inside forward 50 they go. Shishka ran underneath the footy. The kick wasn't kind to him. As the ball goes over the boundary line, someone just fell off the perch.
That might have been Hanley just landing.
And we'll have a ball in deep in the pocket.
Yes, he did fly a long way into the air, so that's a genuine possibility, Mick Delaney. Local footy, the place you want to be, it's Fresh Live. How good was that Hanley mark about 5 minutes ago? Went out of bounds on the full, it was. And so the free kick will go to Darcy Mulquinny. He has got it for the Strathfieldsaye Storm. About 2 kicks out from goal. Rather congested is the forward line. He puts it up to the teeth of the goal square. Drew Lloyd flies!
Oi.
And well, that's not quite mark of the year, but it's the mark of the day if there wasn't a mark of the year this afternoon.
Lloyd takes a fantastic grab there, Jacko, just working his way in from the side of the pack, judged that beautifully, and Lloyd will look to make an amends on his previous missed set shot to bring them back level.
He kicked 4 goals last week against Kangaroo Flat. That was a massive victory last week, a record-breaking win in the Bendigo Football League. As Drew Lloyd comes in, he will kick from directly in front. His kick is good. He's made amends and scores a level, 2-4-16 apiece at the 10-minute mark of this second term. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott, builder. Local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live, and this is Mick Delaney.
Hanley and Lloyd are playing on each other right now, and they've both just gone mark for mark, massive grabs by the both of them. Interestingly enough, though, I reckon Eaglehawks had the better of it so far, and we're tied up at the moment.
Back in the middle, Heath wins the tap. 30-metre ball forward. Tapped it into the path of his teammate Nick Hoare, who puts it inside forward 50.
That man again.
Hugh Behrens, he's lining up for a contender of our Sponsors Award, $100 voucher from Bendigo City Framers, Decor Plus. This ball was spread wide now to the Storm. Might be Clossy, got the footy. He goes long to the wing. They'll set themselves. Simpson hands on footy. Just need to be careful. They're over possession here. Sue mops up now for the Storm. Loses the ball. Emerging for Eaglehawk will be Nick Hoare. He goes up to the wing, looking for his teammate. Thompson, the man it is. It's Ben. There's a number of them out there. Gives it to Sam Thompson. Sam will go inside forward 50 into the pocket. Billy Evans is the target. And Frankie did well. Underground handball looking for his target in Hunter Lawrence. Couldn't find him in front of the Storm dugout. We'll have a ball in 60 metres from home. Eaglehawk in attack, kicking to the cricket net's end.
It's the first time scores have been levelled today. So good, so exciting is the contest. Heath, I think the boundary umpire will take to the boundary throw-in was shallow. Heath almost socketed it from ground level with that ruck, Jules. So Simpson and Heath have a second opportunity in the ruck. Ball is spinning back in a play. Spinning, it goes. Simpson got to the front position, palms it down perfectly to Daniel Clossy. He takes it from half back, drives it up to half forward. Jonty Neves got hands to it. Drew Lloyd gets the loose ball. He's opposed gallantly by Nick Hoare, who gets it now, and he takes it out for the Borough. His kick overcooked to Patrick Blandford, who's got it for Strathfieldsaye at centre half forward as he kicks towards the half forward flank position. And a good grab has been taken by Tyson McKenzie. A short one is offered inside attacking 50. Jed Brereton has dived and taken a wonderful grab about 5 metres in from the boundary line, 30 or so metres out from home.
I want to ask you, Jacko, about a month ago, Eaglehawk played Strathfieldsaye at Tannery Lane, and it was men against boys. Like, it was really just blown out by Eaglehawk. Do you reckon there's a bit of cat and mouse going on there, knowing that they could have been playing against each other? Because both teams look very well matched here today.
Absolutely. Well, it was a 68-point loss that day to Strathfieldsaye against Eaglehawk, as you say, at Tannery Lane, as Jed Brereton off the right boot goes across the face. It'll be off hands. Out of bounds on the full, in fact. It looked from where we were that it was off hands and a boundary thrown, but it will be a penalty free kick to Eaglehawk on the last line of defence.
So let's see what the Borough can do here. They'll spread it from one pocket to another. It's an effective kick. It'll come down the line. One-on-one contest. Ended up with the footy in Nick Hoare. Balls. Ends up there with Brereton. Brereton now long inside forward 50. Sue is the target. Takes a diving chest mark. Stands up quickly. He's got one on in the pocket and finds Shishka, who gets upended by Jonty Neves. Will get 50. Probably played for it, I reckon, Mick Delaney, but it was there. Don't do it.
All good forwards do, and Shishka knew the contact was coming. Just dropped his knees and hit the deck, and really, if you're the Eaglehawk defender there in Jonty Neves, you're really at a loss to nothing. So well played there by Strathfieldsaye, transferring the ball well inside forward 50, and they've hit the front. Yeah,
Chiska just turned around and popped it straight through the middle. You're right, Mick. It was obviously there. So score sponsor, Bendigo Bearings, local footy, the place we want to be. It takes it to 3-4-22 to 2-4-16. Storm have the lead.
One of the spots here that Eaglehawk do have the ascendancy is Heath in the ruck against Simpson. This is where Eaglehawk need to get back into it, just being able to rove off Heath's dominance.
70 goals for the year for James Shiska in the centre. Heath has dominated again on cue. Tapped it down. They couldn't evade with the football through Nick Hoare. He was tackled. So a ball up, the result still inside the centre circle. Simpson, he's won that duel. It's tapped down. Joel Mullen tackled by Riley Mulquinny. Courageously, Donat became a father during the week. Many congratulations to him, Donat. Another turnover, another stoppage, another ball up on the clubroom side.
What a contest we've got here in this qualifying final at Harry Trott Oval. Ball up. Was eventually won by Heath at ground level. He went round the body on the left. Mulquinny tries to make a path. Had time just to give it off to McClure. McClure, a hurried kick. And it goes, it's either out of bounds on the full or ball in.
It must be hot, lads. The water boy's taking the water for himself.
Well, that's fair enough. He needs to quench his own thirst. Boundary thrown on the outer side here at Harry Trott Oval in Kennington. It's knocked down by Simpson, but it will be a free kick to Heath, who was infringed in that ruck contest. So he has it for Eaglehawk. Chips it over the top. It was an ineffective ball. Great tackle from Sialuga Sue. Creates a stoppage. He was unable to escape, was Blake McGregor. A late inclusion into this side today of Cooper Holmes out. So ball is thrown up. Daniel Clossy barges his way through traffic. Could be penalised for holding the ball. Which way does the umpire know? In fact, he's being
tackled.
Quarter time in the MCD Trentham 4-6-30 lead. Newstead 1-5-11. Thanks to Norm Jenkin, the voice of the MCD as the ball is won by the Storm. It's a long kick by McClure. Inside forward 50. Neves O's intercepts for Eaglehawk. Hurried handball. Ineffective. Lloyd received. Then turned around the corner. A screwing, turning footy that just didn't quite go the right side of the post and just missed a goal. But may as well have missed by a mile. 23 playing 16. Storm lead, 18 minutes, second term.
How do you think about your man Johnny saying Lloyd's one to watch?
Oh, he is. He's
exciting.
He's a good player. He's certainly found his feet at this level, no doubt about it.
Donnet, who was one of 16 premiership players out on the field today, part of the victory last year against Sandhurst when they kicked 7 goals to 2 in that last term. He clears to Jonty Neves. Mallon sweeps the hand pass. Michael Voss style. He's coming to Bendigo, by the way, soon. Gives it off to Blake McGregor. Then to Billy Evans. He kicks inside 50. Off hands in the marking contest. O'Shannessy picking it up is wide. Open goal beckons. He's put it through. Oscar White take a bow. A ground he's familiar to as a former South Bendigo player. He has Eaglehawk's third for the afternoon. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live, and the score is Eaglehawk 3-4-22 to Strathfieldsaye 3-5-23. Here's Mick Delaney.
Coach Trav Matheson spoke about young White earlier in the year, saying that his transition from a forward into a midfielder, taking his game to another level, and we saw there, rove the pack perfectly, burst through and kicked an easy goal.
We are going to have the close one. You can feel it already. It's not even half time. Trying conditions. It'll come down to fitness and who wants it most. Heath won it down the throat of Billy Evans for Eaglehawk. Inside forward 50 they'll go. 35 metres from goal. Storm need to be careful. They probably should have got a free kick. Thompson coming over for the top overzealous, but umpire didn't agree. Ball up directly in front. Eaglehawk in attack. 40 got from goal.
They are. It's smashed down by Heath, who has excelled in that department. Straight into the path of Lewin Davis, and they've got a second goal within 30 seconds. Eaglehawk 4-4-28. Strathfieldsaye 3-5-23. We've gone 9 minutes in this second term. Our score sponsor is Bendigo City Framers. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
There's a bump there off the ball to Paddy Blanford. He looks like he's had his world rocked. He's trying to jog off the ground now, but he's in a world of hurt, young Blanford.
It was Bailey Isley who come through with a big shoulder. It was fair. There was nothing wrong with it at all. It was a good old-fashioned hip and shoulder. Up they'll go in the ruck, back in the middle. Heath wins the tap. He's winning all the taps, hitting it to Evans on most occasions. Clossy won it for the Storm, but he's tackled. Good hard work in the middle, both sides. Eventually it'll be the Storm that wins it through McClure. McClure will go inside forward 50, setting themselves. Lloyd got a lot of the footy, but it'll be mopped up now by Eaglehawk. Kicking it further afield, James Coates-Moore.
He gave it to Billy Evans, chips it to Joel Mallon, back edge of the centre square. Clubroom side at Harry Trott Oval. Gallops forward as he advances inside 50 with the kick. Marking contest, picked up at the back of the pack by Hunter Lawrence, who clears momentarily. Billy Evans, the Mickelson medalist from last year. He'll be in contention again this year. Kick inside 50. Wanted Bailey Isley. Got hands to it. Went to ground. Good defensive pressure from the Strathfieldsaye defence. And a high tackle, Mick. And it's been picked out to Eaglehawk and Oscar White, the recipient.
Again, Oscar White, just the right spot at the right time. Got down low, pick up the ball. And Mulquinny just a bit lazy there, not getting down low enough and getting him around the hips.
Well, a bit of a purple patch for Eaglehawk. 2 goals apiece so far in this term. The Borough lead by 5 points. We're at the 11-minute mark of this second term. They currently lead by 5 to stretch that advantage to 11 points. Oscar White off the left boot. Goal umpire barely moves and Eaglehawk fans celebrate. 5-4-34 plays 3-5-23. Our score sponsor is Bendigo Bearings. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
Yeah, White's a ripper. I love watching him play. He's so smart when he doesn't have the ball and just gets himself in some really good positions. And today he probably hasn't had a lot of the ball, but impact-wise, he's kicked 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. And just a little lead here, Johnny, to the Eaglehawk boys.
Yeah, it's certainly a great game of footy, and Eaglehawk probably responded a bit. Storm, they gave us something in the opening bits of that second term as we're approaching half-time here at Harry Trott in the qualifying final. Up they'll go in the ruck. Brereton's doing the ruck work. Clossy swoops on it now for the Storm. He'll send it inside forward 50 deep. Whistle on play. I reckon it might be one over the shoulder. Storm will get it with Tyson McKenzie. Jonty Neves looked up like puppy dog's eyes like backmen do, Mick, and I reckon it was probably there.
Yeah, it definitely was. They both did hold each other as the ball was coming in, but Tyson McKenzie with that VFL experience just separated at the right time, and Jonty got holding on a little longer than what he should have.
Tyson McKenzie, pretty tight angle. It'll be an important goal just before half-time here. And he liked it straight off the boot and turned around and give a double pump to the crowd. So good response there for the Storm. Score sponsor, Kaiser, Bendigo Physio, Rehab and Strength. That takes it now to the Storm 4-5-29 to Eaglehawk 5-4-34.
The floodgates are starting to open when we're talking goals-wise. We've had about 4 in the past 7 minutes. Is this a sign of things to come, Father Jackson?
I think it could be. 3 goals apiece in this second term. It is so close. It's a delight to see as he taps it down and the clearance comes from Ben Thompson. He goes deep, inside attack. It bounces fortuitously for Misford. He goes to Blake McGregor. Unselfishly goes to the top of the goal square. Lewin Davis there. Great defensive work from Lanfranchi. They'll manage to get the clearance here, Strathfieldsaye. Zach Charles, the intended target. Ball fisted away from him. Spills to centre wing in front of the interchange gates. Over and out. A boundary throw-in. We have gone in this term quite some time in football. About 23 minutes. 5-4-34 to Strathfieldsaye. 4-5-29.
Ball in. Up they'll go. To the outer side. Ground level. Billy Evans as well, bustling on hands and knees. Reckon it might be another stoppage. It is. Geez, he's been good this afternoon as well.
He has.
He gets up. He looks tired, but half a footy to go. Wilson tries to grab it for the Storm. He's grabbed another stoppage.
Bit of a change down forward down back for Eaglehawk. Hanley back on the Tyson McKenzie. 1-on-1 in the goal square.
Brereton doing the ruck work now for the Storm. Hands on footy, offering support, Jackson Lay. Little give, which results in a kick forward for the Storm. Good strong tackling by Zach Charles. Another stoppage. Shallow inside forward 50. Eaglehawk in attack.
It's about 55 metres out from the goal mouth. That's okay, Johnny, as it comes to Ben Thompson. He manages to get boot to ball. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll have another boundary throw-in. Of course, there's another final tomorrow in the Bendigo Football Netball League. That clash between Gisborne and South Bendigo at Tannery Lane and Strathfieldsaye. We'll be broadcasting that too on Local Footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live. Sun is shining here today. Warm conditions expected again tomorrow for this time of year. In the final days of autumn as we anticipate glorious spring beginning in the week. Boundary throw, another stoppage. A ball up, high in the ruck contest. It's tapped down by Brereton across half forward for Strathfieldsaye. They work it inside 50 just through sheer numbers. Chance, deep inside attack. Shiska wants it. He gets hands to it. Does he complete the grab? Umpire says no, give it to me, and a ball up. I thought it should have been paid.
Mick Delaney.
Yeah.
I blew the whistle.
Yeah, I can't say too much being a Strathfieldsaye supporter.
Well, you can. You saw it just as I did, as Brereton grabs it out of the ruck, goes around the body. Oh, top of the square. Mark was dropped. Sue offers support, picked it up and went around on the left and made amends.
That's a cracking goal.
For the Storm. So that'll take the Storm now to 5-5-35, a 1 point margin, 5-4-34. Score sponsored Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Really liking the emergence of Sue up forward. Him and Shishka working deep down forward together has been really good over the past 4 to 6 weeks. But with Sue, he's kicked 13 goals his past 12 games, a lot of them coming in the past month. So a real up-and-comer for the Storm.
Very much so. This is a real shootout in this second term. 7 goals kicked so far, 4 goals to 3 in favour of Strathfieldsaye. They get it here through JD Jackson-Leigh. Riley Mulquinny with a takeout. Deep inside 50. Shiska, he might get another. He goes by hand to Griffin. The Bendigo Pioneer. He's missed it to the right-hand side. And a behind 5-6-36. The Storm, Eaglehawk 5-4-34. And in this term, we've gone 26 minutes.
Ty Evans will kick in after playing on from fullback for Eaglehawk of the two Blues. He will send it long and strong to the outer side wing. Jed Brereton punches it from the top of the pack towards the boundary line. Defensively, good job, sees it over.
Have a look at the amount of people up on the hill. There's barely anywhere you can move.
Absolutely sensational conditions. Bathed in sunshine. There's one shadow, a tree in the forward pocket, which will obviously get longer towards the west, Neil Street, as the afternoon progresses. But perfect conditions for finals football. Heath does the ruck work. Brereton, a soccer out of the air for the Storm. Forward it goes. It was effective. Shishka, it sat nicely for him. Goes to the voice, to the back door, to Charles, where it was just a bit severe, and it goes over the boundary line. In attack, the Storm. They lead by 2 points, almost half-time in this qualifying final.
Good to be with you for this qualifying final, as Johnny mentioned. Front position, Brereton, out-muscled Heath. A rarity today. Tapped it down to no one's advantage, though. Clossy gets boot to ball, just sharks it inside 50. McKenzie finds space, has a shot at goal. This would be glorious, but he's missed to the left-hand side. And a behind. They're peppering opportunities at the moment. 5-7-37, Strathfieldsaye. Eaglehawk 5-4-34.
Ty Evans doing the kicking and duties again. He'll go the same as he did exactly previously. A long ball goes to the back of the pack, comes off hands, and the Storm players are congratulating themselves because they're doing some good defensive work at ground level. Mick Delaney.
Yeah, it's been really good. The ball's hot, but defensive work from both sides has been tip-top today.
I like both these sides. They congratulate their players when they do defensive acts that really result in a good bit of play, as Billy Evans tries to make a path and can't. Young Mel Quinney did well for the Storm.
I like how both teams are going one-on-one all across the ground here.
So it's another stoppage, ball up, spills it to ground level. Brereton grabs it quickly off the carpet, puts it on the left. Shishka was the target, couldn't quite collect. Top of the square now. Jonty Neves did well defensively. Handball, it's an errant one. Did he throw it or get held? It was the latter. I thought he was going to get pinged for a minute. And now it'll be a free kick. It'll be Evans with the footy of Eaglehawk.
He clears. His kick not great though. Put Oscar White under enormous pressure. Lachlan Ratcliffe like a bulldog on hands and knees to Drew Lloyd. He flies and kicks towards goal. Touched on the goal line though. A rush behind, a terrific effort on the last line of defence from Hanley. So 5-8-38 of Strathfieldsaye. Eaglehawk 5-4-34 as the man who saved that possible Strathfieldsaye goal, Dylan Hanley, brings it back in.
Hanley now. Again, they'll go to the clubroom side. A long ball. It's a familiar kick. They do it every time from fullback. Front and centre, Ty Evans. Good roving work, Eaglehawk. Probably dropped it. Did. Incorrect disposal.
It is. So it's across half forward. And Tice Griffin in those pink boots elects to kick deep. Up to Zach Charles, got hands to it, fisted away from him towards the boundary, out of bounds right forward pocket, so we'll have it tossed back in. What's the key in the remaining minutes of this second term?
I think for Eaglehawk right now, they've just got to lock down and not concede a goal. Strathfieldsaye on top at the moment, but with the kickouts, it is predictable because Heath is having such an impact on this contest.
He is. Jed Brereton has the job on him at the moment. The assignment, who wins this duel? Heath, again, not surprisingly. He's won most of the tap-outs today. That was not effective, though, so he'll have to have another crack at it in the ruck contest. Certainly winning that statistic duel.
So Wilson getting up sore, holding his knee. It's heavily strapped. Brereton doing the ruck work against Heath. No clear winner, ground level. Another stoppage. Stormer in attack. It's been a good second quarter for them. Heath doing the ruck work, did well for the two Blues. Emerging with the footy will be Nick Hoare. Along the boundary line they'll go, Eaglehawk. Brereton dropped a mark he should have taken, but they've got the numbers. Might be Isley who's got the footy, a long ball. In fact, it's Isley on the end of it. And a good defensive punch for Mitchell McClure. And we see a behind right on quarter time, which takes Eaglehawk to 5-5-35. Storm 5-8-38.
Look at the way the Strathfieldsaye players there. That could have easily been a goal or a mark to Bailey Isley right at the death of that quarter. Mitch McClure works his absolute rear end off from Strathfieldsaye's half-forward line all the way back to punch that ball through the points and ultimately give Strathfieldsaye the lead heading into half-time.
It does. Half-time score on the Loddon Valley Football League Final 2. Bridgewater 13-1-79. Lead Pyramid Hill 8-6-54 at the major break. For the Meat Machine, Oscar McKinley and Lockie Sharp both have 5 majors, and Carroll with 2 for the Bulldogs.
If you're at home listening to this in your man cave, or you're driving around town and you want to see a good second half of footy, do not go anywhere. It's a 4-point margin, a 3-point margin, in fact, in this qualifying final at Harry Trott Oval between the Storm and Eaglehawk. It's the Storm. They lead 5-8-38 to Eaglehawk 5-5-35. Finals, local footy, the place we want to be.
You know what's better than a big 4 bank?
A bank that's bigger. For me, bigger. For what matters most.
Millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Supplies. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colorbond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
It's half time. Local live footy finals time on Bendigo's Fresh FM, where the qualifying final is being held at the Harry Trott Oval between the Storm 5:35. John Hunter heading up the broadcast this afternoon. I'm joined by Father Jackson Saunders, Mick Delaney and Ray Pinner. Bendigo live finals brought to you by Keezer in Bendigo. Physio, rehab and strength. And you can also listen to us online across Central Victoria, Community Radio Plus and TuneIn radio apps. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, and we've got a contest on our hands at Harry Trott. Mick Delaney.
Oh, it's been awesome, hasn't it? Just good finals footy, beautiful weather, ripping contest, both sides not taking a backward step, and just goes to show the level that this league's at when you got second and third battling it out like this.
Very much so. Just repeating the halftime score here at Harry Trott Oval in Kennington. It is Strathfieldsaye 5-8-38. To Eaglehawk, 5 goals, 5-35. Goal kickers to the major break for the Storm. James Shiska has kicked 2 goals, 1 in each quarter. And then singles to Drew Lloyd, Tyson McKenzie and Sialuga Sue. And then in the other perspective for the Borough, it is 2 to Oscar White and then 1 to Lewin Davis, Joel Mallon and also Ben Thompson. With thanks to Wayne Smith, we can tell you that in the Heathcote District Football League, it's late in the second quarter and North Bendigo lead 6 goals 7-43 over Colburn Abbon, 3 goals 9-27. And in fact, as we speak, a halftime score has come through, which is current 6-7-43 North Bendigo to Colburn Abbon 3-9-27. The winner of that preliminary final takes on Mount Pleasant. Mentioning in the reserves in the Heathcote District Footy League, it was Lockington Bemorm United, 9 goals 9-63 to Huntley, 8 goals 10-58, and in the under 18s, Lockington Bemorm United, 14 goals 6-90 over White Hills, 5 goals 4-34. In case you didn't hear earlier too, half-time in the Loddon Valley Football League sees Bridgewater 13 goals 1-79 with Oscar McKinley and Lockie Sharp with 5 goals each at the major break. They've helped the Mean Machine to have a 25-point advantage over Pyramid Hill. 8 goals 6-54 at the major break.
Our truck brought to us this afternoon by Powers Country Express, sponsoring the broadcast from our vantage position here on the wing. Local footy, the place we want to be in the finals. It's Fresh Live. Mick Delaney, how did you see Eaglehawk's best players?
Yeah, comfortably Callum Heath in the ruck. He's been awesome today and would have lost no more than 5 contests through there throughout the day. That is the big key for Eaglehawk, to continue their dominance through Heath, but to also be able to effectively rove off him. Billy Evans has been really good in and under, and we've got to give a shout out to Dylan Hanley with that mark of the year in the second quarter.
If you want to see a replay of that mark, we'll put it on the socials later on, but if you go to the 4.5 minute mark of that second term, you will see mark of the year on the live stream. It will be on YouTube as well through the Red Onion and Bendigo Football League websites. The better players, Drew Lloyd keeps getting better and better. We mentioned him at the top of the game. I thought Jed Brereton came into it. Daniel Clossy at ground level. George Simpson continues in the ruck, albeit he did have a little bit of relief there by Jed Brereton. Hugh Barron's probably the best, I reckon, in the back half. Yeah. And we talked about the loss of Ben Lester before the game, but it's been certainly those players up back. Mitchell McClure, I thought, getting his hands on the footy. Hugh Barron's particularly, and Kaya Lanfranchi. They needed to step up in the absence of Leicester, and to halftime in this qualifying final, if they win, that'll be due to a lot of the hard work that those backmen have done.
Interestingly enough, Lanfranchi and McClure, both juniors of the Maryborough football program as well.
Lanfranchi and who, sorry?
McClure.
McClure. Will they go back? Will we on loved by their footy club and they're performing. It's not necessarily a lay down misère that players go back, so 100%. Particularly to a lower league.
Yep, that's right.
And looking at some other scores across our region in the Central Murray Football League, a qualifying final, half time, it is Warraneen 7 goals 7-49 to the Mallee Eagles, 7 goals for 46. And in the North Central Football League, Birchip Watcham 9-4-58 over Calder United 3-5-23. We'll keep an eye on those scores as the afternoon advances.
What will happen in this game in the qualifying final? It's a 3-point margin. It's the Storm at the moment leading 38-35. The winner will go on to meet Sandhurst, and the loser will go on to meet the winner of South Bendigo tomorrow in the elimination final against Gisborne. Bendigo Live Finals brought to you by Keezer Bendigo, Physio, Rehab and Strength. For the start of the second half here at Harry Trott Oval, Father Jackson Saunders, a 3-point margin. The Storm lead 5-8-38 to Eaglehawk 5-5-35. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Very pleased to be with you. Bendigo Live Finals brought to you by Keezer, Bendigo Physio, Rehab, Strength. At quarter time, it was a 7-point lead to Eaglehawk, but Strathfieldsaye bounced back in that second term with 4 goals to 3, and they lead at the commencement of the third term by 3 points. It is the premiership term in September. It's only a few days away officially, but finals is already upon us and the third term underway. No ruckman got hands to it. Socket out by Heath to half forward. Chance for Eaglehawk. Smithsford, he was pushed off it. Mulquinny was there. Ball goes into dispute, and again a ball up is the result.
Still no sign of Paddy Blanford either.
He is a consistent player, played every game this season. His father, Brendan, very involved too as a support staff. As Joel Mallon kicks deep inside attacking 50, but the intercepting grab has been taken by Kaya Lanfranchi at full back.
Lanfranchi, they always go to the clubroom's side. Sue's the target, front position, almost brought in a juggling mark. Ground level, Davis did well for Eaglehawk, but coughed up now for the Storm. Doing well at the ground level was Featherby. He's been pretty good. Contest at ground level sees it over the boundary line. Ball in across half forward, Eaglehawk in attack. Perfect conditions here. Harry Trott Oval. Long shadows forming from that 1 or 2 gums that are just in the pocket. It'll get longer. They will get longer as the afternoon progresses. Hurried kick out of the pack. The Storm goes up to Charles. Charles, a little toe poke, was ineffective. Ground level, butters up his own ball, picks it up off the deck. Then a hurried long kick, shallow inside forward 50. Lloyd is the target, goes around the body. He's got Sue on. Will it sit for him? It does. We'll just step around the corner and pop it through for the first of this third term to extend the lead to 6-8-44. Eaglehawk 5-5-35. Score sponsor Bendigo City Framers. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
I was about to bring up, Johnny, that Jonty Neves v Drew Lloyd, 1-on-1 inside forward 50, all by themselves. The ball out in front. Strathfieldsaye did a good job getting the ball down along the ground, allowing Lloyd to play to his strengths and just hit up Sue nicely for Strathfieldsaye's first goal of the quarter.
15 goals for the season for Sialogo Sue. Back in the centre. Tapped down by Jed Brereton. Sharked by Joel Mallon. Tackled from behind spectacularly by Pat Blake. Advantage paid. Strathfieldsaye inside attack. First after it is Dylan Hanley for Eaglehawk. He clears. His kick had to be precise, and gee, a good effort too from the Eaglehawk player that jumped over the fence there in Blake McGregor. So we'll have a boundary throwing. Clubroom side at Harry Trott Oval. Third term. It's the 13th successive final series for Strathfieldsaye. They would love a 5th premiership in their club's history this year. Of course, their first 3 won under Darryl Wilson. There's his son, Riley Wilson, out there today. Those flags were in 2013, 2014, 15 and 17, and then most recently in 2019 they won it under Troy Coates.
Up they'll go in the ruck. Brereton doing the ruck work for the Storm. Offering support was Jackson Lay. Gives up for handball. They're running in numbers here. Running in board. Shot at goal, Mulquinny. Wide. Minor score. Takes it to 45, playing 35, 10-point margin. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Jack Donnett has the kicking duties, shields the eyes of the sun as he waits. Gets the hurry on Forced to play on, kicks to half-back, broadcast side. Wants Hanley. Can't find him, but Misford collects the footy. His hand pass smothered beautifully by James Shiska. He locks it across half forward. Good effort by Hanley. The check side, out of the danger zone. Intercepted. Riley Wilson, the vice skipper. Hand pass to half forward. Wants Tyce Griffin. Turnover. Eaglehawk. O'Brien with the clearance. Another turnover. Darcy Mulquini gets it right in front of us in those long sleeves for the Storm.
He's been good. He goes inside forward 50. They set themselves. Lloyd flew high, flew early, got a fist on it, and they're screaming for a free kick, the Storm players, for holding it in the Borough. They won't get it. Ground level, it was Dylan Hanley that was desperate to kick the ball in. Heath wins the tap for Eaglehawk. Thompson overran the footy. It's Ben Thompson out there, as again we'll have another stoppage inside forward 50. See if we can get it out of here. If you're Eaglehawk.
Again, everyone one-on-one all over the ground. No loose players anyway.
You just feel Eaglehawk a little bit under the pump here. Brereton wins the tap for the Storm. Taps it there. 1-2 high for Mulquini. Had a shot at goal, but I reckon it'll come back. He'll get another shot at goal because it was just a half-assed effort at goal. Pardon the French, Father Jackson Saunders.
You made me smile.
Well, it's the only word that came to mind.
Is that another apology, Johnny?
Yeah, that's it. That's in the dictionary, by the way, I'd reckon, Father Jackson.
It is.
Riley Mulquini, though, 13 games, 14 goals. He's been named in the best 7 times. A young up-and-coming prospect for the Storm. This is to put them 3 goals up.
Mulquini puts the ball on the carpet, wipes his hands in, picks it up, then twirls it between his hands. He'll cross. It's really a paint marker 40. It's not 50, that distance. Should not be a problem. It's stretched him. Minor score. Storm takes it to 11 points. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
It's important for Strathfieldsaye to capitalise on this early dominance in the quarter.
Donnet has it at full back, and a penetrating kick goes about 60 metres. Big fly from Jonty Neves. Provided a solid contest, and off the ricochet it went into dispute. Riley Mulquini was tackled, and so we'll have a ball up right in front of our broadcast position in the ruck contest. Heath taps it down. Billy Evans showed good awareness. Hand pass, though, intercepted by Wilson. Deep inside 50. Zach Charles picks it up. Check side. Goal coming. No. Across the face. behind. Chance goes begging. 6-11, 47 Strathfieldsaye. All of a sudden, 17 scoring shots to 10. Eaglehawk 5-5, 35 at the 7-minute mark of the third term.
Might be costly, Mick.
Yeah, how often do you see a team dominate like this and the opposition go up the other end, one inside 50 for a goal?
Donnet for Eaglehawk, kicks it in from fullback, looks for Heath broadcast side. Probably gave a little push, but it was good enough for the umpire. Heath on the left. He's got Davis running, fly to the footy, just bounced over his head. It was unlucky. Hugh Behrens does well on left half back. Right half back for him, in fact, left half forward. As we'll ball it up. Brereton couldn't quite win it. Ground level spills to Wilson. Storm goes around the body. Sets themselves. Charles, one-on-one, was with Jacob O'Brien. Dives in after the footy. Ties it up, true centre wing possession. Right in front of us, our broadcast truck, sponsored by Powers Country Express.
The Storm have done a good job here, putting Brereton into the ruck to nullify the dominance of the Eaglehawk, Ruckman and Heath.
Field umpire Scott Bennett throws the ball aloft. Good work from Darcy Mulquini. Slams on the boot up to centre half forward James Shiska, the intended target. Hanley, a fresh air shot with the fist, but left it. Gives Strathfieldsaye a chance. It's still inside their attack. McKenzie evades a would-be tackler. Unselfishly goes by hand to Shiska. He has a shot at goal across the face and behind. They are squandering opportunities. 6-12, 58. It's a 33.33% strike rate for Strathfieldsaye in front of goal. Eaglehawk 5-5, 35.
Neves kicks it in for Eaglehawk. Poor kick. Kicked it straight to the opposition. Now it's the Storm again. It'll come from half forward to the top of the square. They'll set themselves. Hands on footy. Storm mark.
Shiska.
James Shiska was strong with a mark at the top of the square. In fact, he'll have to... Well, they put him directly in front, they will, and he'll go around the body, Mick.
Yeah, for Shiska, 2 goals so far today. Hasn't been his usual consistent direct best, but this will be for his third, and more importantly, to put Strathfieldsaye up by 19 points.
James Shishka. He's a gentleman, I don't mind saying either. We've had him in the box, interviewing him in the past. Shishka goes, bang, goal. Finally got one on the board. Score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder. That takes it to 7-12-54 to 5-5-35. It's skipped out a little bit here. Live finals football. The place we want to be, it's Fresh Live.
I'm not going to say it's warning signs early on because we know what Eaglehawk are like and they can bounce back and go bang bang at any given time, but they'll just want to arrest the momentum here and just take some possession.
We've gone about 10 minutes in this third quarter. Back in the centre from the restart. Clossy combines with JD Jackson-Leigh. The kick was smothered from Strathfieldsaye's Mitchell McClure. Back inside 50 for Eaglehawk. They'll have to defend well. They do so. Leading the charge, Will Mays. He clears to half back. And Strathfieldsaye just have a chance to reset. Ethan Featherby, back in the side today after a recent injury, goes to the wing. Big pack develops. JD Jackson-Leigh applied himself with full measure. Ball's at the bottom of the Harry Trott grass surface. It's not going anywhere. A ball up is the result.
So it's on the wing in front of the club rooms. Bailey Isley with a little bit of a toe poke. Didn't want to pick it up on that occasion, but there's a free kick for a hole that goes to Clossy of the Storm. They're running on top of the ground here, the Storm, at the moment. Probably Drew Lloyd. That effort was just totally unrealistic. As they'll clear through Thompson off half back. Thompson to Thompson. Oh, juggling ball. He's dropped it. He had no pressure. Will they pay? Inside forward 50. The kick goes to Shishka. Might have got one under the chin. Umpire didn't agree. Thomas Bennett, he's got a chance to pick it up. Charles, and a little bit of pressure creeping into the game, Mick Delaney.
They just look a little rattled at the moment, Eaglehawk. Again, they just need to take some possession and time off the clock here.
35 metres out from Strathfieldsaye's goal. Ball is thrown up in the ruck contest. Zach Charles is there. Nick Hoare defends it, keeps it alive with style, if you don't mind. Up to the defensive side of centre wing for Eaglehawk, right in front of our broadcast position. Missed with the intended target. He's got about 6 against him. He does not give up. It's admirable to observe. And we will have a ball up right in front of our broadcast position. 11 minutes gone. Strathfieldsaye 7-12-54. Lead Eaglehawk 5-5-35.
Go in the ruck now. Ground level, Mullen tries to burrow a path. Clossy did well and it just lost possession of it. Picked up by Lewin Davis. Davis goes shallow inside forward 50. It's a mark. What can they build here? Now through Misford. He's been quiet this afternoon. It'll be a mop up for the Storms across half back. Or nervous times. Getting in there, Will Mays. He's got his head taped up. And directly in front, 50 from goal. Eaglehawk in attack will have a ball up.
That was an underrated grab there by Misford. One hand being contested by two Strathfieldsaye players.
Simpson takes out of the ruck straight away to JD Jackson-Leigh. Slams on the boot. James Coatesmore almost plucked it. Then the ball hit the deck. Another ball up inside the centre square towards right half forward for Eaglehawk, attacking to the Neil Street end this term.
Hanley now one-on-one with Shishka inside forward 50.
Bailey Isley flew up high. He's been put into the ruck in recent moments. Neither side can break clear once again, so we'll have a boundary thrown. Barbecue sizzling on the outer side. A sausage or two would be tremendous this afternoon.
In the middle, contested ball. The heat is on. Glenn Fry. Is that a bit old for you, is it, Mick?
Oh, a little bit. Down the other end, Ratcliffe one-on-one with Misford as well, and Paddy Blake with Oscar White.
You know the Eagles, Glenn Fry?
Oh, yes, I do, yes.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Clayton Holmes, this is when you'd want him, wouldn't you? Probably when the going gets tough, you need a guy like that.
Absolutely, you do.
Now it is another ball up. Spills to Mullen. Mullen can't grab it. It's good, strong tackling, the Storm. They're hunting in numbers, the Storm. They look like they're the ones that might do it just at this early stage. Simpson with a tap for the Storm towards the boundary line. His target was Feathery. Feigned for a free kick, won't get it. Now it's Eaglehawk. Turnover, hurried kick towards the boundary line. Tracking it was Nick Thompson. Couldn't get there. Across half forward. Eaglehawk, they're in attack, but they trail 19 points. 54 playing 35.
Eaglehawks scoreless so far in this term. We're in the 14th minute of this third quarter. Boundary throwing to the front position. It was Isley that tapped it down. He follows up with his own roving. He gets boot to ball. Inside 50, clearing ball though from Strathfieldsaye into the centre circle. It's Jonty Neves that leads the charge against Tyson McKenzie. Tyson McKenzie has 3 Eaglehawk players surrounding him. Ty Evans and Sam Thompson. He had support at the last moment from Riley Wilson, the vice-captain of Strathfieldsaye. Another ball up, so many stoppages.
That was very well done by Tyson McKenzie. 1 Strath onto 4 Eaglehawk. Created the contest, and now we have a ball up.
Halfway between the centre and half forward. Storm in attack, but Billy Evans for Eaglehawk wins it to the wing. Gives it to Oscar White. It was an effective kick. White, a long left footer. Inside forward 50 to the back of the pack. O'Shannessy ran into it. Oh, a nice don't argue there by Will Mays. Gives it to a teammate, brings it out to the wing. It'll be downfield, I think. Pat Blake might get he'll either take a mark or get one for a free. Plays on now, Blake. Short pass. Sues the target. Hit him on the tip. It was a good effort. Too far out to score. Shishka will be the man. Dropping back Hoare to space. Now he goes Sue. He goes to the hot spot. Top of the square. Hands on footy. Ground level. I thought there should have been a mark in there.
Yeah, Tice Griffin dropped an easy one there.
Jeez, he had his hands on the footy at the top of the goal square. Pressure is now on the Storm in attack.
They are indeed. You called it well, Johnny. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Life. Out of the ruck contest, Jed Raritan. He did everything and put through another. 8 goals, 12.60, plays 5-5-35. Our score sponsor is Keezer, Physio, Rehab, Strength. Local footy, the place we want to be. Jed Raritan has his first of the afternoon. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. This is Mick Delaney.
Jed Brereton, this has been a bit of the touch or one of the moves that's changed the game that will give Jeff Andrews credit for. George Simpson was getting smashed in the ruck by Eaglehawk ruckman Callum Heath. Brereton clearly on top in this third quarter.
Boy, oh boy, it's skipped out to 25 points in this qualifying final. Is it enough? Heath wins attack for the two Blues. Billy Evans trying to get involved again, but he's been quietened in this second half. As we'll have a secondary ball up. Stoppage.
See some players starting to just stretch out a little bit too. Johnny's cramp going to come into it.
Heath down the throat of Evans. They're onto that now, Storm. They're onto it, Mick.
They are.
But they keep doing it Eaglehawk. They've got to come up with another ploy. They can't be a one-trick pony. J.D. Jackson-Lay with the footy. He's in the centre of Harry Trott Oval. It's a left footer. It's a long ball. Deep inside footy. Hands on it. Big hands, big fly. No grab. Ground level, bottom of it. Good luck calling a mark out of that.
Yeah, probably unlucky not to get given the mark there, Simpson, but good contest there. We have another 450 stoppage for the Storm.
It's been 37 minutes since Eaglehawk last goaled with Oscar White at the 11-minute mark of the second term. Meantime, Drew Lloyd might goal again for Strathfieldsaye. He sharked it but kicked it to the right-hand side. And only behind Drew Lloyd, well, he could have had a day out. He has kicked 1 goal, 4 so far today. Behind in the first term, 2 misses in the second, and that's his first miss of the third quarter.
Storm dominating. It's not quite enough, you wouldn't think, at this early stage. Dylan Hanley kicks it in from fullback. He plays on. He had to shield the sun from his eyes. Perfect conditions. Big pack forms as well. It's bobbing and juggling around. Hurried kick out of the pack comes from the Storm. Fortunes sit with Charles. Charles now, he won't muck around. Into the pocket. He's got a target. Good mark, ground level.
Pat Blake.
To Pat Blake, who dragged in a slips catch, Mick Delaney.
Yeah, that was a pretty good grab there down forward. But Pat Blake, 19 goals, 11 games, 4 times in the best.
He tried to play on and go around the body. We're approaching the 18-minute mark of this third term, the premiership term. This would make things tough if Blake could slot it.
He's played the majority of the game so far in defence too, Johnny.
He takes a big breath. You could see it. The weight of the world on his shoulders, around the body, across the face, does not score. Off hands, ball in, 15 around from goal.
It's the first time, Mick, that Eaglehawk have played on this ground since 2024.
Really?
I wonder what effect that's having on the way they're coping with this smaller ground today.
It is a smaller ground, you're right.
Because Eaglehawk have played South Bendigo under lights at the QEO the last couple of years.
That's
the
right.
Bloods home game on Anzac Day, so that is a consideration today. Neves from the boundary throw-in, got the crumb, and he kicks it about 60 metres, and to quote the late Dennis Cometti, that was centimetre perfect as it went out of bounds. So we'll have a boundary throw-in. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live. Strathfieldsaye 8-13-61. Lead Eaglehawk 5-5-35. 19 minutes into this third quarter of footy.
And they could have put Eaglehawk away, you'd reckon. They've kicked 13 behinds as Billy Evans, by hands, gives it there to Oscar White. He'll go inside forward 50. Big defensive punch. The Storm are on their game. They high-five each other. Mitchell Maguire doing well for the Storm as it sails over the boundary line. And it will be a ball in. Eaglehawk, it's an understatement to say they need a goal before three-quarter time. Just could slip away from them. You sense if they don't get another one on the board and it gets down the other end. Twirling footy, falls short. Trying to make a path was Lewin Davis of Eaglehawk. It spread wide. It might have been touched off the boot. 15 around from goal. Eaglehawk in attack. Forward pocket, ball in. 61 playing 35 Storm lead.
All but two players inside Eaglehawk's front half of the ground. Boundary throwing. We waited. In the ruck contest, Jack O'Shannessy got the tap out. About 20 surrounding the contest. No one has clean use. That's at the bottom of the pack. A ball up.
Eaglehawk have two spare behind the ball.
Very close to the goal line. 5 metres out. Jack O'Shannessy flew high, but Jed Brereton just stood his ground. He did everything. Got the tap out, then got the clearance. Only a few metres forward. Quick kick from Jack Thompson to Ben Thompson. The Thompsons combined, but they have no space to work with, and it's so tight up forward. So another boundary throw-in is the result.
Half-time MCD for Trentham 7-9-51. Newstead 6-7-43. As the ball is in the forward pocket, deep in attack now for Eaglehawk, searching for another goal. James Jackson-Lay's got other ideas as he swooped on the footy and gets tackled. So it's across right half forward in front of the netball courts. Eaglehawk in attack, Neil Street end. Brereton doing the ruck work for the Storm. Tapped at the ground level. Clossy, a hurried little handball. They're sharing it around. One hand grab though by James Coatmore though. His kick is smothered. Good work, ground level. Storm, they love the work in the crowd and you just sense it. And they're all getting a bit... well, I was going to say frisky over the other side. That's probably not the right word, Mick Delaney.
Not for footy, no.
No.
Fired up, perhaps,
yeah,
would be another way to describe it. There is a sense of intensity and that the crowd could erupt at any moment, particularly if Eaglehawk can come back. We know that they can do it. In the grand final last year,
definitely,
they were down at three-quarter time against Sandhurst and kicked 7 goals to 2 in the last term. Eaglehawk advance, Oscar White, and the ball goes out of bounds. And I'll never forget that last term when the chant at the QEO, Eaglehawk, Eaglehawk.
Be careful,
and
Jackson.
Even people out at Bendigo, a few blocks away near Bendigo Health, could say they could hear it. Local parishioners from the cathedral.
I thought you were going to say what they were chanting about Sandhurst at 1 minute then.
Yes, well, I can understand now why you say be careful. There's always colourful language from the people of Canterbury Park.
If you want to know what we're talking about, go back and watch the grand final from last year. But meanwhile, back here, present day, Eaglehawk goes inside forward 50, downfield. There's been a free kick that's given to Misford, who's been relatively quiet, but this is why you pay him the big bucks.
Very, very quiet today, Misford. Ratcliffe's done a good job on him today, but again, good players. They see one go through the big sticks and things just click. So is this the point where it changes for Eaglehawk? If
you do nothing else when you're a contract player, these are the goals you've got to kick. He's directly in front. The man on the mark stands at 38.23 metres. To the Neil Street end, James Misford for Eaglehawk. Punches the air and turns around and says, come on, as it's game on here. Score sponsor, Keyser in Bendigo, Physio Rehab and Strength. Eaglehawk go to 6-5-41. They trail 8-13-61. Live finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Eaglehawk's first goal of the quarter coming 22 minutes in. I'd like to see him get another couple here and really set us up for a grandstand finish.
Absolutely. In fact, it's their first goal too in 42 minutes. Can you believe it? Oscar White, the most recent goal scorer before Misford at the 11-minute mark of the second term. And at that stage, the Borough actually led by 11 points. Back in the centre, it's Oscar White, who kicks inside 50, finds Billy Evans, wants Blake McGregor. Instead, it comes to Lewin Davis, who snaps, and they've got two within about 30 seconds. 7-5, 47 is the scoreline for Eaglehawk. They're back to within 14 points. Strathfieldsaye, 8-13, 81. It's 24 minutes into this term. 61 points is the scoreline for Strathfieldsaye. Our score sponsor is Don Smallgoods. Is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
That's why you never write off a championship team. They can bounce back at any given time.
Boy, oh boy, game on, qualifying final. Up they go in the ruck. Simpson won the tap, spills to the back, and they all dive in after the footy. It's just gone up a notch.
Massive 5 minutes here.
If that is possible at all. Just forward of centre. Stormer in attack, but Eaglehawk have the momentum. Clossy emerges for the Storm. Slews off the left boot towards the boundary line. They'll all let it go over in front of the dugout box for the Storm. Left half forward, Storm in attack. 47 playing 61. Only a minute or two remaining in this third term.
A delight to bring it to you, local footy, the place you want to be. It is Fresh Live. George Simpson and Heath. Simpson won that tap out. Kick was smothered beautifully there by Nick Thompson for Eaglehawk. And he has been rewarded for his effort too, as Nick Thompson. Back edge of centre square. On the clubroom side for the Borough. He goes to half forward. Bailey Isley had about 4 against him. Lewin Davis, the old-fashioned torpedo, goal of the year. It's an exciting game, back to within 8 points. 61 plays 53. And Eaglehawk have 3 unanswered goals. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
3 unanswered goals in the past 4 minutes. When things are going your way, they seem to work well. And Jonty Davis there, it was an inside out, between the legs, whatever you want to call it, torpedo on the run that spun every which way but the right way. But a goal's a goal, and we've got a game on our hands.
Boy, I reckon I said boy, oh boy, twice or 3 times now. In fact, I did. Heath wins the tap now for Eaglehawk again. Clossy desperate there just to hold the footy up, because it is game on here at Harry Trott. Ball spills just forward of centre. Eaglehawk marginally in attack again on the hard centre wicket here at Harry Trott Oval. And isn't it going to be interesting in these conditions in the final term? Cramp will come into it, definitely. No doubt. Heath probably wins it for Eaglehawk. Clossy ground level, up the chimney it goes. Running in after it, Ty McKenzie did well for the Storm. Desperation stakes, free kick in the middle, Eaglehawk.
It is. The crowd has come alive in recent moments. In the centre for Eaglehawk, it's Ben Thompson, the AFL Victoria medalist from last year's 10-point premiership victory against Sandhurst. In the centre circle, kicks high and deep. 20 metres out from goal, Nick Hoare. Play on, it was touched. Ty Evans, he'll kick a penetrating ball from 50. The Eaglehawk crowd has told the story. It's a 2-point ball game here at Harry Trott Oval in Kennington. Our score sponsor is Bendigo City Framers. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
This has been unreal by Eaglehawk. They've really had to dig deep, but it's all started in the middle. Brereton out of the ruck, Simpson into the ruck. For the 6 minutes that Simpson's been in there, Eaglehawk have kicked 4 goals.
Oscar White, he's in the middle. He's had some important touches as well. Heath, hands on footy again. Thompson getting involved. Ground level, whistle. Will advantage being paid to the Storm? It won't, because it goes the other way. Eaglehawk with a free kick. Probably time to get another one. They need to give it up here, the Storm, or they'll get a 50. They're going to get a 50 if they're not careful. Oh, I reckon the umpire could have given it. Sue didn't get out of the protected area. He had a lot of time. White, though, takes a mark just on half forward for Eaglehawk. Can't be a lot of time remaining in this third term. Now he goes long. It's deep. Searching. Hands on footy. Back of the pack. It'll be a Storm mark.
And 50.
Might be and 50. Can't quite pick up. It's Lanfranchi for the Storm. I was going to say Maryborough, which he quite might be in the future, but ex-Maryborough play for the Storm. Brings him up to the middle of the ground.
Lanfranchi, 8-13-61, plays 9-5-59 for Eaglehawk as the Borough through Hanley. Shaw and steady in defence, regain the footy at centre half back. Bennett asks for it wide, instead he goes shorter to Oscar White, and that was a sensible decision. Oscar White, the former South Bendigo player, played with the Bloods for 3 seasons, kicks up towards Misford on centre wing. He takes it. Can you believe it? If Eaglehawk get another goal, they'll be in front. They're deep. It's close to that possibility. Lanfranchi, he did everything, but then he was dispossessed. Umpire said play on. Lewin Davis kicks it up into outer space. It's a hospital kick. Hangs a long time in the air. Lewin Davis retrieves his own ball, sends it goalward, off hands, Jack Thompson. They'll clear, and Strathfieldsaye are out.
Exciting times. It goes beyond 50. Donnett lets it go towards the boundary line. I'm not sure. He's trying to ask for a lasso. He doesn't know the rule. I think that's what's happened, Mick. I think it's as simple as that.
Not here locally, but hasn't this picked up a gear or two?
I think it's just as simple as that. As the umpire will ball it up. Heath, a little tap was ineffective. Trying to make a path, Jackson Lay was hit hard for the Storm, but it ends up Ty Evans, Eaglehawk, inside forward 50, spills to Ratcliffe of the Storm, mops up, handball, goes to Behrens into the pocket, finds Darcy Mulquinny of the Storm, who should slow it down. Father Jackson Saunders.
He does really well, Johnny, as he goes to the back pocket, and they'll work it out of the danger zone here. Strathfieldsaye up to centre wing. Zach Charles, the intended target, turnover. Ty Evans kicks it to half forward. Wants O'Shaughnessy, pushed off it. Chance, the old-fashioned torpedo. Beautiful to see from Darcy Mulquinny. Great defensive spoil from Dylan Hanley. Turnover again to Drew Lloyd. He kicks long. Will it keep bouncing goalward? He's kicked 1-4. What's the possibility? Shiska gets it. Unattended goal square. Big go for the Storm. And they're backed out to an 8-point lead. 67 plays 59. Our score sponsor is Powers Country Express. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
It's hard to imagine we're saying this, but that's almost come against the run of play with the way this third quarter's come about. Eaglehawk have kicked 4 goals in a row and really look to be running on top of the ground, but an unfortunate bounce for Jonty Neves running back to try and knock that through presents an opportunity, and Shishka with his 4th.
Back in the middle, approaching 31 minutes in this premiership quarter, the third term. Storm got one against the flow. Pat Blake, who's been good for the Storm, kicks it now to half forward. Looking further afield. Let's see what the Storm can do. It's a long ball in by Zach Charles. It'll go right to the line. Shishka with a finger tipper that just didn't quite stick. Minor score. Takes it to 9-14-68, playing 8-5-59.
32 minutes gone too, lads. Can't go for too much longer.
Ty Evans has been good today, and that kick is spectacular. Goes about 80 metres for Billy Evans, but Darcy Mulquinny was courageous, went back with the flight of the ball, affected the spoil. Thankfully for Evans' sake, he had support through Jacob O'Brien, then to Ben Thompson, to Jack Thompson, to half forward, off hands from the marking contest, retrieved. Oscar White, deep, top of the goal square, beckons. Almost the grab to Nick Hoare. He's opposed by Lachlan Ratcliffe. Nick Hoare still there. Misford sharks it, and goals. And Eaglehawk are on fire in this term. 10 goals, 5-65 to the Strathfieldsaye Storm. 9 goals, 14-68. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
It is just end-to-end footy at the moment, isn't it? Strathfieldsaye with a chance to go 3 goals up at one end. A point gets kicked. Eaglehawk are able to find some loose men in transition, kick a goal at the other end. This is true September footy here.
Back in the middle. Let's see what can eventuate. Have we got time for one more in this third term? In this qualifying final. What a ripper. Up they go in the ruck. Heath wins the tap. He's been superb for Eaglehawk. As he dives in, doesn't give up on the top of the pack. And just forward of centre, almost at half forward here at a small Harry Trott Oval. We'll have a ball up. Heath wins the tap for Eaglehawk again. Ball spills to the outer side wing. They've got numbers. Hurried handball forward. Siren sounds. 3/4 time. What a game of football we've got on our hands here in the qualifying final. They looked done and dusted, Eaglehawk, and they came with a rush. Do not go anywhere. We've got a big final term coming your way. It's Eaglehawk. They trail. It's a 3-point margin. 10-5, 65 to 9-4, 68. Local finals footy, the place we want to be.
You know what's better than a big four bank?
A bank that's bigger. For me. Bigger. For what matters most.
Millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Suppliers. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colour bond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.
Game on here at Harry Trott Oval in the qualifying final of season 2026 in the Bendigo Football Netball League. We have the close one. It is a 3-point margin. The Storm lead 9-4-16 to 10-5-65. John Hunter heading up the broadcast this afternoon. I'm joined by Father Jackson Saunders, Mick Delaney and Ray Pinner. Finals local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, Radio Live 101.5 FM across Central Victoria. Online on your Community Radio Plus and TuneIn Radio apps. The Bendigo Live Finals brought to you by Keezer Bendigo. Physio, Rehab and Strength. I'm getting excited, Father Jackson, as you've got some other scores from around the grounds in finals in Central Victoria.
I do. So, three-quarter time in the Loddon Valley Football League. Bridgewater 16 goals for 100 over Pyramid Hill. 14 goals, 993. So the Bulldogs have come back in that third term. It is a 7-point lead now to the Mean Machine. At half-time, it was 25 points. So the winner of that game to advance to the grand final. The loser has a chance against the winner of tomorrow's game between Morong and Inglewood in the preliminary final next weekend. In the Heathcote District Footy League, it's late in the third term, and it's North Bendigo 58 to Colbin-Abbon 44. So a 14-point lead to the Bulldogs. The winner of that clash meets Mount Pleasant in the big dance next weekend. In the Goulburn Valley League, it is an elimination final. Seymour by 3 points against Mooroopna. 75 plays 72. And in this game, it is three-quarter time. And it's 9-14-68 Strathfieldsaye to Eaglehawk 10-5-65. Goal kickers for the Storm, 4 to James Shiska, 2 to Sealoga Sue, 1 each to Drew Lloyd, Tyson McKenzie and Jed Brereton. And for Eaglehawk, 3 goals to Lewin Davis, 2 to Oscar White and Jack Misford. Singles, Ben Thompson, Ty Evans and Joel Mallon. Our last term Bendigo Live Finals brought to you by Keezer, Bendigo Physio, Rehab, Strength. A 3-point advantage. We are just waiting for the final spectators to clear. Last term is imminent. Local footy, the place we want to be. And here's John Hunter with the Storm up by 3 points.
Let's go. It's game on. Brereton in the ruck, but he didn't win it on that occasion. It's been Heath who's been dominating for Eaglehawk. And Eaglehawk win it out of the middle through Oscar White. He's come good in this second half. Whistle, hold, Eaglehawk free kick. And I reckon the man on the end of it will be Misford.
Like we said in the third quarter, it only takes one kick, one touch to get someone of his stature going. And in the last 10 minutes, he's kicked 2 and looking at his third here.
He's going to touch the fence. In fact, he's sitting in the dugout for the Storm. Do you think they're offering some advice? Long way from home.
Wouldn't be pleasant.
It wouldn't. Maybe give him a little bit of a, oh, you can't do that nowadays. Some Sydney Swans got in trouble for doing that. As he goes long, crosses the paint mark. It is skinny. No crowd response. Just tightens it up a little. It's a 2-point, in fact, 2-point margin, 68, playing 66 Storm lead.
Hugh Behrens has a kick and duties. There's some close finals in the Central Murray League. Warraneen 10-9-69 to the Mallee Eagles 10-6-66 at three-quarter time. We'll give you a North Central score in a moment as the kick comes to half forward here for Strathfieldsaye. Shiska wants it. Drew Lloyd also deep, calling for it, but the ball has gone into dispute. So we will have a ball up in the North Central Football League, three-quarter time. It's Birchip Watcham 11-8-74 to Calder United 4-5-29.
So it's on half forward now for the Storm. A lot of players around the footy. And I reckon it'll be another stoppage.
And a three-quarter time score just through. North Bendigo 8-10-58 to Colbin-Abbon 6-15-51.
So we've gone almost 2 minutes here in this final term. A little bit of a lacklustre start. Boy, oh boy, it was a red-hot third term. Across half forward, Storm in attack. Heath doing the ruck work, too strong. Taps it to a sea of players. Umpire says play on. Might have been a little throw in there, but Eaglehawk get it up to the wing. Wins by McGregor of the two Blues. Inside forward 50, 1-on-1. Front and centre, Misford around the body on the left and slots it. Good goal, and he's come alive in this second half. It's So that takes Eaglehawk now to 11,672. They lead the Storm 9-14-68. Score sponsor Bendigo City Framers, local finals footy. The place we want to be, it's Fresh Live. We've gone almost 3 minutes in this final term.
In the last 12 minutes of game time, Misfits kicked 3. And that's what good players do. They pop up at important times throughout games. And is he going to be the reason why Eaglehawk win through?
Eaglehawk have regained the lead. Local footy, the place you want to be. It is Fresh Live, smashed down decisively by Callum Heath. Nick Thompson in the middle is tackled, and a ball up is the result. So it is an advantage of 4 points. 72 plays 68. Eaglehawk in front. They have not played at this ground since 2024. So the small confines of Harry Trott Oval, which historically has been the junior footy ground, has been difficult for them to navigate this afternoon. Ball up. Lots around the contest. Daniel Clossy gets boot to ball. He kicks hurriedly to right half forward. James Coatesmore, relentless in defence. Sam Thompson supports him. Eaglehawk clear. Up to centre wing. Oscar White knew he couldn't complete the grab, so unselfishly affected the spoil, and the ball was knocked out of Browns. And I can see the Sandhurst faithful watching on attentively there in the horizon, because they know they're up against the winner of this afternoon's clash next week.
The Storm might rue this afternoon. They've kicked 14 behinds. They really had a chance to put Eaglehawk away in that first half in particular. But that third term, Eaglehawk came, Mick Delaney, and now it's game on.
Absolutely is.
So we're on the wing. Brereton fumbles a little for the Storm. Then he backs it up with a strong tackle. Ball is shoveled out to Mulquinny. Kick is smothered. Sue goes in after it, ground level. Picks it up. He shovels it out. Just no clean possession here. They've somehow managed to work it to half forward, the Storm. They trail by 4 points. 4.5 minutes gone. Final term in this qualifying final.
Tomorrow still to come. It's Gisborne and South Bendigo, an elimination final as Strathfieldsaye press forward, and appeal for holding the ball. Umpire says no. At the bottom of that pack was Joel Mullen. He hit the deck hard. We will have a ball up. The loser today gets a second chance against the winner of that clash tomorrow at Strathfieldsaye's Tannery Lane. Riley Wilson slung around the tackle. Got it though to JD Jackson-Leigh. He's dispossessed. Riley Wilson follows up. Toe poke out of the defensive zone for Eaglehawk. You can't see the ball at the moment. There's so many around the contest. Ball eventually trickles out to Oscar White. It's on the clubroom side wing. Chance for James Coatesmore. Long penetrating kick. Good at mark. Misfit. He runs towards an open goal and puts it through. And Eaglehawk are marching. 12-6-78. They lead now by 10 points to Strathfieldsaye. So far scoreless in this last term. 9-14-68. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder. Jack Misford has got 4. Local footy, the place you want to be, it's Fresh Live.
You're right, Johnny. Strathfieldsaye be ruining those chances in the third quarter, but just trying to get a little bit cute around the contest, just trying to pierce the small gaps where they just need to get the ball forward. So crunch time here for the Storm.
As we go through this quarter, give us your thoughts on the Bendigo City Framers $100 Sponsors Award, the voucher. Who you've got in mind, Mick? There's a few of them that are bobbing up now. As in the middle, Mulquinny gets collared for the Storm. And we'll have a ball up. Long shadows here from just a couple of trees across the wing here, but apart from that, it's perfect conditions. I'll tell you, I'm a traditionalist with the quick QEO, but the vibe here at Harry Trott, it's hard to beat in a close game. Storm, Mulquinny received. He puts it to left half forward. Mullen will pick it up. He'll mop up. He'll go down the line. McGregor is the target. And the boundary umpire walked up to our effects, might put his whistle in there. In fact, it was Bennett, not... geez, that whistle just blew me ear. Blows out, drums out Father Jackson Saunders.
I think, Johnny, I might book myself in for a hearing test during the week. The decibels were enormous on that whistle just blown as Nick Thompson escapes everyone. He got the tap out. He got the crumb. He has a flying shot, a goal from 60. Did it bounce through? It did. A goal. Well, at first it went over the goal line, then it bounced back into play, but the goal umpire has confirmed that it was a goal and that was Nick Thompson's first of the afternoon, his 33rd of the season, and more importantly, Eaglehawk's third of this last term. They go to 13 goals, 6-84. Strathfieldsaye 9-14-68. We've gone 8 minutes. Score sponsor, Jason Westcott Builder, local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live.
This has come from nowhere. Well, it's been building since the third term. The Storm will win it out of the middle through Tyson McKenzie. Inside forward 50 he goes. They need something here. Shishka battled hard. Neves, though, picked it up off the deck for Eaglehawk. Long left footer down the line, kicks it oob. Out of bounds on the full.
Since the 22-minute mark of the third quarter, Eaglehawk have kicked 8 goals to 1.
All across it is Mick Delaney, local footy, the place you want to be. It's Fresh Live. Ball is on the clubroom side as Strathfieldsaye's Tyson McKenzie takes the kick, sends it deep. Wants Zach Charles, who's taken an exceptional overhead grab, and this is a moment where he needs to deliver from about 40 metres out, close in from the boundary.
Absolutely, he does. 18 goals in 16 games. He's more of a high half forward, lead up forward, but if there's ever a time that the Storm need a goal, it's right now.
Well, almost 9 minutes gone. He wears the number 9 jersey, and they have not scored so far in this last stanza. Huge moment. Charles kicks and misses. 9-15-69, Strathfieldsaye, Eaglehawk 13-6-84. Local footy of the place you want to be, it's Fresh Live, and our score sponsor is Bendigo City Framers.
Bad kicking is bad footy.
Gee, still a lot to play out in this game. The Storm need to kick 3 goals. We did see Eaglehawk do that in the space of a couple of minutes in that third term, so it's not beyond the realms. A long kick to the wing. Good hands, Heath. Must be a contender for the Bendigo City Framers Sponsor Award, $100 voucher, as he spread it wide looking for Misford. And across half forward, Eaglehawk in attack. Who have you got in mind, Mick Delaney?
Yeah, Heath's been very good across the course of the day. Evans started the game really, really hot, but Misford, the game's turned once the ball got into his hands.
It's across left half forward, clubroom side for Eaglehawk. They lead by 15 points. Will Mays gets the crumb. He's tackled a ball up right in front at the Strathfieldsaye dugout where Jeff Andrews watches on. The coach, he'd be happy with the start of the game, but of recent times he'd be very disappointed because they've surrendered the scoring chances that they've had, and Eaglehawk lead by 15 points. Yep. As the ball's gone into dispute. Free kick though, high tackle applied, and it's going to Eaglehawk's Oscar White, who has been in and under all day, and he'll take it centre wing clubroom side.
Long ball in. Misford will be the target. Big fly. Nick Hoare couldn't quite get his hands on footy. Now it's a Storm, a nervous Storm. McClure getting involved. Now it's a long ball out by the Storm to the wing. Tracking the footy, couldn't get it. Zach Charles. What are you sensing, Mick?
Yeah, Storm are playing a little bit dangerously here. They're playing one loose behind the ball in Berens. Eaglehawk have got an extra at the contest, and with Heath and his dominance in the ruck, that could be really dangerous for the Storm.
Boundary thrown. Bailey Isley's been thrown into it this time against Jed Brereton. Boundary throw-in was shallow. Comes to Tice Griffin, the rover. His hand pass effective. Daniel Clossy, high ball, up to the pocket. Off hands, Jonty Neves affects the spoil out of bounds. Boundary throw-in. Our score reads Strathfieldsaye 9-15-69, 24 scoring shots to Eaglehawks 19. Yet the Borough lead by 15 points, 13-6-84.
Still a lot to play out in this game. Big crowd. In attack, the Storm. They need a couple quickly. Brereton doing the ruck work. It was a hurried kick out of the pack by the Borough. Ground level. Picking it up nicely was Berens. He's been pretty good this afternoon for the Storm. Goes forward. McKenzie around the body to the top of the square. Shishka's the target. Got caught underneath the footy. Trickles through for a minor score to tighten it up. 70 playing 84. Still 3 goals out. That's a 14-point margin.
It is. They have 4 more scoring shots, Strathfieldsaye, yet they trail by 14 points. The kick in from Eaglehawk goes long. Brereton, turnover. White, back to Eaglehawk. It's Messi. Ty Evans, the old-fashioned torpedo. Spectacular to see. Wants Misford. knocked away from him. Hoare there too. Great effort across half forward. And we'll have a ball up on the pain of 50 for Eaglehawk. 84 plays 70, 13 gone in this last quarter.
Just need to defend here, the Storm. They couldn't concede another one. Otherwise, it's probably game over. Spills up to the wing. Lewin Davis did well. Handball to the back door. Teammate kicks it forward, inside forward 50. Ground level. Storm mop up. Lanfrankie's been good, but I reckon he's coughed it up. Now it's a long ball by Thompson. In for Eaglehawk. To the top of the square. Misfit was the target. Probably need to kill it here, the Storm. O'Shaughnessy tracks it towards the boundary line. He gets upended. Good defensive play, Storm. Bennett tries to kick it off the deck for Eaglehawk and can't. Deep in the forward pocket.
Three-quarter time. Trentham 11-14-80 to Newstead 8-8-56. 24 points is the lead to the Saints in the Maryborough Castlemaine District Football League. Ball up deep in attack for Eaglehawk. Evans. Now Mallon. He'll shot it at goal high across the face. It's hit the tree and ricochets back inside the field of play, but it was behind.
Score update, Jacko. Newstead have kicked the last four and have hit the front heading into the last.
All over territory. Newstead wouldn't have beaten Trentham for I don't know how long.
A long time. Long time.
Coach Don Moran, he'd be pleased. As now back here at Harry Trott, the ball's up on the wing. Storm need to get a wriggle on here. Still a lot of time remaining at ground level. Jed Brereton did pretty well for the Storm. I was being impressed with his second half.
A short time ago, sorry to cut in there, Johnny, but it was Bridgewater leading by 5 points against Pyramid Hill. The winner of that game to advance to the big dance in the Loddon Valley Footy League.
And here the Storm, they're 3 kicks beyond it at the moment. 14-point margin. Trying to make a path, Nick Thompson for Eaglehawk. Umpire calls play on. Might have dribbled over the boundary line. It did. And we'll have a ball up. Great 10 minutes of footy coming our way here, Mick Delaney.
Oh, it's unreal, isn't it? This is why we play footy close. It's not September yet, but it's September type action here.
I reckon it's 10 deep in front of this boundary throw. And great to see a huge crowd. Callum Heath tapped it down. He beat Jed Brereton in that ruck contest. Will Mays wants it. He's got the headband, which exemplifies the grit and determination he has shown today out on the footy field. Another ball up from that stoppage. He was tackled. Darcy Mulquinny wants it. Mitchell McClure is tackled gallantly by Eaglehawks Oscar White, who would have to be in contention for the sponsors Bendigo City Framers Award. And 22 gone now. Pyramid Hill 110 to Bridgewater 106.
Here's a go. Eaglehawk long inside forward 50 to the goal line. I reckon it's bounced through. Just as you thought that the Storm would bring it back the other way. And Eaglehawk, is that the sealer? They now go to 14-6-90. The Storm 9-16-70. And it was Nick Thompson who brought it in. It was a long ball, Mick, and beautiful bit of finals play.
Oh, that was unreal. The running shot on goal and a kick it from 55. But let's not forget about the ruck work by Heath there. Just tapped it right down his throat. Good blocks by the Eaglehawk teammates to put Thompson into space, and yeah.
Score sponsor, Keyser Bendigo, Physio, Rehab and Strength.
Nick Thompson missed with both with 2 goals apiece in this last term, has stand up and delivered as Mallon goes to half forward. Great work across half back from Will Mays. He spears the kick, wants Riley Wilson, almost got it on the half volley, left behind, a clever tunnel ball style hand pass from Ty Evans, who gives it to Blake McGregor with those tattoos. Then he goes off to Ben Thompson, his kick, bit of a wobbly floater, bounces fortuitously, Oscar White, this would be a stylish finish. No, he's missed the left hand side. And just a behind, exciting moments though of football, left, right and centre. 14-8-92. Eaglehawk, Strathfieldsaye 9-16-70. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live, and we have gone 17 minutes last term.
We spoke about fitness being a big thing here in the last quarter with it being so hot. Eaglehawk have been running on top of the ground the last 20-odd minutes.
Hunter Lawrence plays on from fullback, runs a long way, sends a long ball up to the wing. Brereton is the target. Spills to Neves at ground level. Cleverly picked it up at his ankles. Geez, he was strong through the hips here. Here they come again. Mullen on the end of a handball. Runs to 50 and seals the game. Unbelievable. Eaglehawk takes it to 15-8-98. Play 9-16-70. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods. Don is good. Local finals footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
We say bad kicking's bad footy, but there's no denying that Eaglehawk, with their fitness and their bodies that they've had available, 10 goals to 1 since the 22-minute mark of the third quarter.
That is a great observation. 28 points the lead now to Eaglehawk, and they're looking to stretch it as they get another centre takeout. Nick Thompson, a chain of hand passes. His hand pass went astray. Mitchell McClure gets in the way. Appeal for holding the ball. Umpire said no. Comes back to Ben Thompson, who's been good in this game. Hoists the kick high. Deep inside attack. In defence, Kyle and Frankie under siege from Bailey Isley and co. Misford there too. Can they get it out here, the Storm? They do through Hunter Lawrence, the 2019 Premiership player for Strathfieldsaye. To half forward. They're not giving up yet. It comes to Mackenzie. He lays it towards goal across the face behind. Just their third score of this last term. 9-17-71. They trail Eaglehawk 15-8-98.
Jonty Neves will kick it on from fullback. Brings it broadcast side for Eaglehawk. To the wing. Floating in front of the pack. Featherby for the Storm. Sends it back whence it came. A left footer to the teeth of goal. Big fly from the back of the pack. Shishka with a clunker. And he'll have to come back pretty quickly and slot it through.
Featherby's been good on his return today. Was injured against Eaglehawk in that last game with that collision with Wheeler. Shishka going for his fifth.
Shishka to the Neil Street end. Directly in front, won't miss. And is that a whimper? Is it possible? I don't think so, but let's not write them off yet. Score sponsor Bendigo Bearings, local finest footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live. That takes the Storm to 10-17-77 to Eaglehawk 15-8-98. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
BFNL final being played between Newstead and Trentham. Newstead by 1 point heading into time on.
You would guess that there'd be 10 minutes of game time left. Essentially, the equation is they need 4 goals, Strathfieldsaye, and need to keep Eaglehawk goalless. It's possible, but unlikely. In the middle, Billy Evans. Joel Mallon, he almost escaped. He's been penalised for holding the ball. A terrific tackle applied, and it looks like it'll be Tyson McKenzie, the recipient. So he shows his VFL experience there, does McKenzie. He played in a premiership with Sea Lake Nandali 3 years ago in the North Central Footy League. Drives it deep. He has premiership aspirations. Off hands. It's messy. About 20 or 30 players around this contest. Ball is locked up across half forward for the Strathfieldsaye Storm. 98 plays 77.
Just approaching red time here. The third term did go well beyond 30 minutes. In fact, 31 minutes. So there's still, if you base it on that, 11 or 12 minutes to go, Mick. So
there's still time.
There is still time.
They need one here.
I did call it sealed, but maybe I went a fraction early. I don't think so, though. Something special would have to happen. It's across half forward. The Storm in attack. Up they go in the ruck. Ball was put down the throat of Lloyd. Then it spills wide to Featherby. That name again. But it's a good mark defensively. Eaglehawk ground level. Just to slow things down, here's Father Jackson Saunders.
Dylan Hanley took that intercepting grab for Eaglehawk once. Jonty Neves. Good effort, got hands to it. Ty Evans front and centre. Drew Lloyd has put it out of bounds on the full. And Eaglehawk supporters show their gratitude with the thumping of the scoreboard sponsors and the signage around Harry Trott Oval here in Kennington. Ben Thompson will be the recipient of that free kick. 15-8-98 Eaglehawk as they look to clear from half back. Lead Strathfieldsaye 10-17-77, 22 gone last term.
Long ball to the wing. Right in front of us, the truck sponsored by Powers Country Express. McGregor for Eaglehawk wins it, kicks it to half forward. White with a clever tap over the top. Misford, he's got running teammates. They're lining up left, right and centre. Isley on the end of it and slams it home and kicks it 50 metres beyond the nets, the cricket nets here at Harry Trott Oval. That takes it now to 16-8, 104. The Storm 10-17-77. Score sponsor Don Smallgoods is Don is good. Finals, local football, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Yeah, you can put a fork in it. Eaglehawk have got this done now. They've played a ripping game today, but Newstead 8 points down now. Will Moran gives Trentham the lead, 23 minutes gone.
No, Will Moran plays for Newstead.
Well, it'll be a case of Eaglehawk up against Sandhurst next Saturday afternoon at the Queen Elizabeth Oval. We'll bring the action to local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live as Mallon again with another centre clearance for Eaglehawk. They're flying at the moment. Deep inside attack. Turnover. Mitchell McClure clears, gives it to Darcy Mulquinny across half-back. Sends it to the wing. Zach Charles wants it. Jacob O'Brien has other ideas, opposes him, and manages to create a stoppage.
Let's just fix it up. It's Newstead that lead by 8 points.
8 points.
Will Moran kicks it. That game's good as over as well. That's a boil over.
Almost, yeah, that's an upset. That
is. Could be another one tomorrow because Harcourt are probably favourite against Navarre.
Trentham won it last year, didn't they?
Did they? Or was it a Harcourt?
We'll have to go and fact check
you'll have to go back. I don't want to guess it.
Across half-back, Oscar White has the footy for Eaglehawk as they look to clear. He'd be one of the better players for me this afternoon. Oscar White, we'll hear shortly from Mick Delaney, who gets the award today thanks to our sponsor, Bendigo City Framers. Eaglehawk inside attacking 50. Misford drops the sitter. Has support at ground level. Picked up by Blake McGregor. A late cameo goal. 17-8, 110. Plays 10-17-77. And McGregor, with his first of the afternoon, opportunistically from the goal square, snags one. Our score sponsor is Don Smallgoods. Is Don, is good. Local footy, the place we want to be. It is Fresh Live.
This will reflect a bit of a smashing if you look at the scores, but it's been far from that here today. And you're right, Trentham did win the flag last year, 2025.
So back here, Eaglehawk, they won the flag last year in 2026. Last week they looked like they were in an elimination final. Now they're just marching towards that the second last week in September. We're a long way from it, but boy, they've been impressive this afternoon. They've got Clayton Holmes to come back in as Thompson wins it for Eaglehawk. Inside forward 50, whistle, free kick. Might go the way of the Storm. It will. Lanfranchi now. Just trots outside of 50, gave it to Behrens. Behrens kicks it up to the wing. Whistle on play, free kick. Storm to Zach Charles. Charles now, he's on the wing. He'll go long into the forward pocket to the Neil Street pocket. Shiska was the target. Good, strong juggling mark. Eyes on the footy, just into the breadbasket. And he's been a shining light. Mick?
Yeah, he's going for his sixth. Probably should have had 7 or 8, though. Final score, Newstead have won that game against Trentham, so the reigning premier is out.
Newstead, that'd be a happy team for sure. Don Moran coached. So let's come back here with James Shiska. His team cannot win this game now. We've gone almost 26 minutes in this final term. Let's see if they can get a positive out of it, because they're not out of it. They've got a double chance. They'll play the winner of tomorrow's game, South Bendigo versus Gisborne. Shiska kicks a goal for their 11th. They go to 11-17, 83, trailing 17-8, 110. Score sponsor, Bendigo Bearings. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Eaglehawk have been bloody impressive, pardon my language, since that 22-minute mark of the third quarter. Just fitness-wise, their ability to bounce back under pressure. Strathfieldsaye were 22 points to the better, and now they've run out pretty comprehensive winners, Jacko.
They have indeed. He's kicked 6 goals today, has James Shiska, 4 of which have been in the second half. 2 in the third and 2 in the fourth. He has been brilliant in a losing side today. Back in the centre, Hunter Lawrence combines with Daniel Clossy. A chain of hand passes. Lawrence wide to the wing. Darcy Mulquinny deep inside 50. Great defensive grab taken by Donnet, who I was told pre-game by Gerard Isley, the team manager, had a child during the week. So many blessings to you in fatherhood as he clears Donnet out to half-back and out of bounds. 11-7-83, Strathfieldsaye. Eaglehawk, 17 goals, 8, 110. It's a 27-point lead to Eaglehawk, and the Borough have dominated. They have kicked 12 goals to 6 in this second half.
So the Storm in attack. It's 50 metres from goal in front of the netball courts, Neil Street end. Up they go in the ruck. Heath has been huge for Eaglehawk. Goes to the front. Tracking it towards the boundary line for Eaglehawk was Ben Thompson. And we'll do it all again.
In the Central Murray Football League final score in the qualifying final, Wooreen 15-10-100 to Mallee Eagles 12-9-81.
Umpire throws it in again. Storm in attack. Heath. Up he goes in the ruck against Simpson. Simpson's been serviceable as well. Mulquinny at ground level wins it for the Storm. Into the pocket. His target was Charles. Boundary line wins, 20 around from goal, ball in.
And Bridgewater through to the grand final in a thriller against Pyramid Hill by 2 points. 18 goals, 5, 113 to Pyramid Hill, 16 goals, 15, 111. Oscar McKinley and Lockie Sharp both kicked 6 goals each for the Mean Machine in their 2-point win.
Storm deep in attack. Simpson gives it off by hand. Goalward. Might be Wilson that's kicked it.
It is.
Ground level. Just a little bit of a consolation prize at the 28.5-minute mark, which will take the Storm to 12-17-89 to 17-8, 110. Score sponsor, Keezer, Bendigo, Physio, Rehab, Strength. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Good goal there by Wilson. Good ruck work there also by Simpson. But for Wilson, he'll look to put this game well and truly behind him. He's been very quiet today.
Bridgewater through to the grand final, the Loddon Valley Football League. Pyramid Hill to take on the winner of tomorrow's first semi between Morong and Inglewood in the preliminary final. Back in the centre here at Harry Trott Oval. It's picked up by Sam Thompson. He kicks to the wing and finds Jack Thompson, who goes up to centre half forward. He wants Nick Thompson. It's a Thompson trio quartet. Well, no, that doesn't quite work. Trios and quartets, but you get the picture as the ball goes into dispute inside, attacking 50, 40 metres out from goal.
I reckon Jacko's trying to indirectly have a crack.
Yeah. Well, who knows? I'll get your thoughts later as Malin goes very short to Ben Thompson inside 50, and now Oscar White has it. So Oscar White, he has been so good today. He has also kicked 2 goals. Both of them came in the second quarter of footy, I should say, at the 8 and 11 minute marks of that term. This for his third of the afternoon. Oscar White, he kicked 4 goals last week against Broadford. Good sign though, Mick Delaney sees a better option and lays it off to a teammate in a much better position, and that is Blake McGregor, and he can line up for his second.
Very unselfish there by White. Took the 20 to 25 seconds off the clock, looked inside, found McGregor. He'll take another 25 to 30 seconds off the clock. They're just playing for time now.
They are indeed. Well, he is the last goal scorer for Eaglehawk to get 2 goals on the trot for his side. And the 18th for the boys from Canterbury Park this afternoon. The kick from McGregor, he tugged it to the left as he tried to get the extra distance behind. 17-9, 111. Eaglehawk plays Strathfieldsaye 12-17, 89.
Storm don't muck around, and from the restart kicks it right into the middle, but Eaglehawk through Thompson will look to bring it back the other way. He marked it, that's his Ben. He goes long, misfits the target deep in the forward zone, battling hard at ground level, wins it. Then he just goes one way, then the other. Handball over the top, looking for McGregor. McGregor of Eaglehawk stepped over the line. 15 metres around from the goal that they are attacking, and will have a ball in. 111 playing 89. Eaglehawk will meet Sandhurst next week in what will be a fascinating contest back at the QEO. Good work at ground level. Misfud tried to grab it out of the air and put it goalward.
Oof.
Did he hit the goal umpire?
Yeah,
then?
so he's kicked the point. It's bounced off the fence and smacked the goal umpire in the face as he's running across.
A falcon.
That's the shorter term for it, yes.
Falcon goal umpire. I'm writing this down because I might put that on the socials.
Our wordsmith over here.
A bit of entertainment for the afternoon. We might need some pain relief. He might have a headache, though, the poor goal umpire.
Might need a HIA done.
Quite possibly. Tice Griffin has it across half back for Strathfieldsaye. He goes down the line up to centre wing, club room side. Zach Charles wants it. Dylan Hanley has been so good in defence today for Eaglehawk, and in fact he was pushed illegally. So he'll take the free kick on the outer side. We have travelled about 33 minutes. There is not long left in this contest, surely, as the kick from Hanley, who took the mark of the year, we think, earlier in this contest, drives it to half forward, finds Jack O'Shaughnessy, who's been relatively quiet today, and an undisciplined 50 is paid, which brings O'Shaughnessy to within striking distance. Well, he kicked 4 goals in the grand final last year against Sandhurst in their premiership victory by 10 points. He is a good goal kicker, is Jack O'Shaughnessy.
17 on the year he's kicked, Jacko.
And none added today, Mick, as you know. So he's looking for his 18th of 2026. This would be a good confidence booster for him. And an 8th goal for the Borough in this last term. Jack O'Shaughnessy off the left boot. He usually converts, and this is no exception. 18-10, 112, plays 12-17, 89. Our score sponsor is Jason Westcott Builder. Local footy, the place we want to be. It's Fresh Live.
Yeah, Eaglehawk now just playing for time. You can see they're just taking time off the clock each time they get the ball. And, yeah, just a little bit unfortunate, I guess, for Mole Quinney there running through the mark. But O'Shaughnessy, he's good in front of goal, kicks his first of the day.
So, back in the middle here, long shadows here. We're inching towards the 34-minute mark of this final term. So it's been a very long quarter. A lot of tired players there. As the siren sounds here in the qualifying final, it has been a very impressive Eaglehawk. 18-10, 118. They have defeated the Storm 12-17, 89. And it's gone late this game. We're approaching the 5 p.m. mark. Stick around if you're going to listen to Les Hartland. He is back in the chair this afternoon, this evening, playing some good old-fashioned rock and roll. But before we do that, give us a bit of a summary, Mick Delaney, of the afternoon, which was, to me, an impressive game of footy to call. You called it a little bit earlier. The scoreboard probably didn't tell the story. And while you're at it, give us the Bendigo City Framers $100 voucher award winner, our sponsor this afternoon. Take it away.
Started off pretty hot in the contest. Both teams not kicking too many goals early on. It wasn't until the back end of the second quarter where we saw Eaglehawk kick a couple through White. Shishka was good up forward with a couple of goals. Strathfieldsaye in front at half-time, but we spoke pre-game about the heat. And I'm not talking about the heat at the contest, we're talking about the heat in temperature and how it was going to play effect on today. And with Strathfieldsaye having some bodies coming back from injury and Eaglehawk having a good run that way and being able to get some player continuity, that fitness may play a part, and it sure did. From the 22-minute mark of the third quarter, Eaglehawk kicked 13 goals. So that, in anyone's eyes, is just a pure show of not just how good they can be when they're on, but fitness and how Trav Matheson has got them working as a team and the way they move the ball. So they'll have they'll be playing Sandhurst next week for a spot in the grand final. Strathfieldsaye will play the winner of Gisborne versus South Bendigo tomorrow. But my Bendigo City Framers award winner today is going to be someone that was, in my eyes, clearly the best. He was dominant early on, and when the game was there for the taking, he took control in the middle, tapping it down the throat of his teammates. And when Strathfieldsaye made that switch, putting Simpson back into the middle and giving Burden a bit of a rest up forward for that last quarter, that's what sparked Eaglehawk. So, in my eyes, it is comfortably Callum Heath today, our Bendigo City Framers Award winner.
Well, thanks for your efforts this afternoon. Mick Delaney, you will be joining us. You will be calling play-by-play tomorrow out at Tannery Lane. So, looking forward to that again. The elimination final, the Bloods take on Gisborne.
Yeah, that'll be a ripping game too. Both South Bendigo and Gisborne play the Strathfieldsaye game quite well, having both pushed Strathfieldsaye at home almost to within victory this year. So that'll be a close contest as well.
And Jackson Saunders, just give us a wrap of what you've got, the final scores from around the district, and also your final thoughts about this game as we'll head towards Les Hartland, who's waiting eagerly back in the studio.
And a full-time score, literally at this second in the Heathcote District Football League. North Bendigo, 10 goals, 12, 72, have defeated Colburn Abbon, 6 goals, 18, 54. So that means in the Heathcote District Footy League Grand Final next Saturday at Huntly, it is Mount Pleasant and North Bendigo to do battle. In the North Central Footy League, a final score 2, big win to Birchip Watcham in the first semi-final. 16 goals, 13, 109 to Calder United, 5-8, 38. Today, I think Mick Delaney said it well. Eaglehawk too strong in that second half with 13 goals to 7. The multiple goal scorers for both sides today for Eaglehawk, 4 to Jackman Misford, 3 to Lewin Davis, 2 each to Joel Mallon, Oscar White and Nick Thompson. So there was a beautiful spread of goal kickers for Eaglehawk. And for Strathfieldsaye, it was James Shiska who kicked 6, including 4 in the second half, and Sialoga Sue that chimed in with 2.
And sorry, did you give us a final score from that Newstead game, the boil over from the BFNL?
Well, I don't have that score on hand myself at the moment, so...
Final score, Newstead 14-10-94, Trentham 12-14-86. So Newstead go through, and the reigning Premier Trentham are out.
So, Father Jackson Saunders, the weekend is not over for you either. You'll be back tomorrow, obviously doing your duties as a man of the cloth Sunday morning, but you'll be... Which will you enjoy most tomorrow? Now, be truthful, don't tell a lie, don't sin. Will you enjoy that or the footy better?
I think the laugh says it all.
Yeah.
No, I love my footy. I've got 3 masses and a baptism between now and then, but I will be fronting up tomorrow afternoon. I haven't quite answered the question, have I?
No.
But I love my footy, and I also enjoy my priestly duties.
Well, what a fantastic day of football it's been here today in the qualifying final. Eaglehawk, a rampaging Eaglehawk who were a week and a bit ago looking at playing in an elimination final. Now they are rampaging towards the final week of September. They have defeated the Storm. Entertaining game it was, 18-10, 118 to the Storm, 12-17, 89, a 29-point margin. They go ahead next week. They find themselves against the minor Premier next week in the second semi on the Saturday against Sandhurst with a grand final position on the line. That is on Saturday. The loser today, Storm, they are still alive. They go through to the cutthroat first semi next Sunday against the winner of South Bendigo and Gisborne, who are playing their final games in the Bendigo Football Netball League. We thank our sponsor for the truck this afternoon, Damien Power, for Powers Country Express for the vantage point here, as we wouldn't be able to broadcast without the assistance of those valuable sponsors. Tomorrow at Tannery Lane, it is the elimination final. South Bendigo take on Gisborne. That broadcast will be led by Cameron Power, Mick Delaney calling as well, Wayne Mitrovic in comments, Jackson Saunders, who enjoys his footy, as we've just previously heard. He'll be doing the Rover tomorrow. Ray Pinner doing all the technical assistance, and I'll be doing production in the background. Stay tuned. Les Hartland playing some good old-fashioned rock and roll. Finals footy. Boy, it's good. Bendigo Live Finals brought to you by Keezer in Bendigo. Physio, rehab and strength. Finals footy. The place we want to be. It's Fresh Life.
You know what's better than a big 4 bank?
A bank that's bigger. For me, bigger. For what matters most.
Millions of Aussies know that Bendigo Bank is bigger for them.
And we're bigger for you.
Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
My name is Daniel Bowman. I'm a cladding supplier. The company name is Architectural Cladding Supplies. We manufacture, produce basically any cladding sort of available that can be rolled out of a soft feed colorbond material. We target roofers, cladders, builders, really anyone that wants to sort of get involved with this type of cladding. We try to be a bit of a one-stop type roofing shop. We have all of them and some that the others don't have. We educate people how it's done and we sort of get it out there and make it happen.
G'day everyone, I'm the Suburban Footballer and I'm here to tell you to download the Local Footy Hub app. Inside this one-stop app, you will find live scores, fixtures, ladders, leading goal kickers and best players, game replays and highlights, latest news, player and coach interviews, shows, podcasts, and full team and player statistics. Actually, can I stop you just there for a sec? It says for all your team and individual stats. Like, just for argument's sake, if someone at my work got on the app, could they see how many possessions I'd had the week before? Oh, they can. Oh, I reckon, like, do you really need that? Footy's a team sport. Who cares about individual statistics? I reckon the rest of the app is great, can't fault it. But just get rid of that individual statistics bit. I mean, who cares? Download the Local Footy Hub app. Everything you need, all in one app, including individual stats.
Are you looking to promote your business? This could be a great way to reach the local footy community. How do we get your name out there? We can provide banner and native advertising in our news feeds and socials, reaching thousands of people every week. We can run video ads before every game replay that gets watched by thousands of people each week. We can run promotional videos like this one about your business during quarter time breaks for all of our live stream games. Contact us now to find out how you can book a trial.